I'm back.
Stream is on. So. Hello everyone, I'm Riley. I have Nick here. This is our
Hello.
first Stormscape stream. Alright, we've got an enhanced risk over here across parts of the Ohio Valley, northern Mississippi Valley, or not northern, but parts of Mississippi Valley, and then over into the Ozarks, as well as a slight risk covering much of the surrounding area. We already have several severe thunderstorm warnings across Indiana and even parts of Michigan, as well as further south towards Tennessee and northern Alabama, as well as a tornado watch that's in effect for parts of Indiana and parts of Ohio, a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect for much of central Michigan, and then another severe thunderstorm watch in effect for much of central Tennessee and northern Alabama. So far, we've had one tornado warning today near the Stark County, Marshall County, Indiana area, with this cell that has since uh, congealed into one. Originally, it was near 2 to 3 cells. Now it's mainly just one small MCS. Right now, it does have a severe destructive for tennis ball sized hail and up to 60 mile per hour winds. So if you are in front of this storm near Plymouth or if you are in Tyner, Indiana, I would take shelter of some sort. I would not be outside, not be near windows. Simple precautions.
Yeah. I guess to elaborate more on the current situation, Riley, if you can pull up like meso analysis or something like that on the SBC website.
Yes, I will do that.
Um, all right. I'm pulling it up myself right now. So I guess to kind of while he's bringing it up here, and we're gonna about to see it in a second, but this is part of a big synoptic scale trough, which has pretty much tracked along. It came through the southwest, the desert southwest, the other day, and it scooted northeast into the plains. And so we had a couple of rounds of severe weather for the past week or so. And finally, this trough is moving on. And yesterday we had some severe weather in the Midwest and Iowa. And so now it is time for um, the Ohio River and the Mississippi River valleys to get this. So, along with this trough, of course, we have a lot of upper level flow, and that brings mid level flow, which brings low level flow. That huge upper level low creates a huge mass response, and that mass response creates a lot of flow and brings a lot of moisture, which sets the stage for severe weather.
Okay, I have mesoanalysis up on here. All right,
Okay.
so there currently there is a developing line of thunderstorms stretching across parts of Lake Michigan, southwestern Michigan, northern Indiana, and into western Indiana as well. This will continue to develop over time, over the next few hours, as you can see, as it pushes across much of central Indiana and central Michigan, and even into Ohio as we get later in the afternoon and into the evening. Looking at, let's just say, let's go to surface vorticity and 3 Cape. Right now, this is something you might want to look at if you were to look for tornado potential in an area. Currently, there's not a whole lot of vorticity here. There is a lot of 3 Cape, I will say. There's a good amount of that present. But these storms right now, they're just initiating. They're not, some of them are in the mature stage, not all of them are in the mature stage, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna produce a tornado. Most of these right now are in just producing large hail, damaging winds. That is the main threat as of now, probably the next several minutes, maybe 15, 30 minutes. Once we get towards maybe 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time is when these will start to rotate. Some of them, of course, do have weak mesocyclones as of right now, but again, they're more elevated, they're not mature enough. Now let's go forwards a little bit. Going forward about 2 hours, we have some of these cells that do mature in eastern Indiana, northeastern Indiana, and parts of southern Michigan, as well as that vorticity boundary that does build along higher levels of 3 Cape. What that's going to do, essentially, is it's going to provide more energy for the storms. It's going to give the environment, or it's going to make the environment more favorable for tornadic development, as well as going later, when it grows more upscale, it will continue to be favorable for tornadic development, although with it being upscale, the tornado threat will somewhat diminish, or at least for more significant tornadoes. The southern end of the risk is what we're looking at for significant tornadoes mainly, as there's going to be less cells down there. They're going to be more discrete to semi-discrete as compared to a large line of storms, which will be taking up the northern half of the risk. Down there, we do have plentiful amounts of vorticity, as you can see by the little blue lines, which are indicating your vorticity, and then your 3 Cape, which is indicated with red lines. The little bullseye that you have there in southeastern Indiana, which is right along where those storms are, is where we're going to have Nate, Tristan, Caleb, and Morgan chasing today for us. So hopefully, if anything does end up firing there, they will be able to intercept it. Gonna hope that it does not go through any populated areas, but I know there is a lot of towns and cities that are in that area. So only time will tell in that department. Nick, if you have anything.
Um, yes, I actually do have something. If you could look at if you look at air analysis, it's to the right.
Hold on,
I
give me a
mean,
second.
sorry, to the left.
Okay, yeah, figured so.
Okay, click on 500 millibar.
That's 300. There
No,
you
I mean
go.
300 works as well. Okay, so this is actually different. This is actually different. What was happening earlier is that stronger belt of flow. So as you can see, we have those wind barbs, and then we have that blue sort of coloring. So apologies, I don't know exactly the wind speeds in which you will have that sort of coloring, but just know that that means stronger flow is in the area. That was not there earlier. And so now we're heading into a situation where we now have that stronger flow, that blue area going over this line of thunderstorms. And if you were to look as well, if at 850, if you look at 850 version 2, which version 2, I like version 2 better because that one actually shows the strength of the flow as well. We do have that stronger flow even in the lower levels approaching that area. And as that occurs, we have a more strongly shared environment, which is more conducive for the development of severe thunderstorms. And in this case, given the direction that the wind is moving with height, uh, definitely the potential for supercell thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes. Pretty much what the Storm Prediction Center has been saying. They make the calls with everything.
Actually, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a look at 925. Okay, all right. This looks very different from the previous ones, as you have a lot of green lines here. I'm not going to pay too much attention to those. What I'm looking at is these wind barbs, which are look to be turning out of, well, from the south-southwest. So that means we're going to have a lot of moisture that's going to be streaming up into the area in front of these storms. And you're also, as a result, going to have veering with height, which is going to support mesocyclonic or tornadic development in the near future. Because as you go up in height, as you saw earlier, let's just jump to 700. These are pointed roughly 60, 70 degrees perpendicular to where the 925 winds were, or your surface winds. Your 925 millibar is essentially surface level winds, or very close to surface level winds, as your first kilometer above the ground. Since those do turn to the right, that will give a nice hooked feature to your hodographs that you will see on hodograph maps. And that will mean that your storms will essentially want to spin. They will want to rotate.
You can actually look at the photograph map.
Yeah, we can. Once I
It's
find
in
that.
wind shear. Wind shear.
Hold on. There
Here,
it
go to
is.
wind
There it
shear
is,
and
yes.
then bottom.
There you go. Okay. Here we go. Speaking of photographs. Wow. Some of
Yeah,
those are pretty impressive right out in front of these storms. Again, I'm going to bring out my pen, and I'm going to actually use pink this time. So this little thing right here, and I'm actually going to just redraw that. What it's showing is winds that are going to the northeast at the surface level and then turning off before kind of doing this weird squiggly thing and then continuing off to the east. But what this means, essentially, as I was showing with the 925 winds and the higher level winds at 700, yeah, most of them currently have elevated mesocyclones. You're going to have winds coming from the south at the, oh, I'm actually going to use a different color there. You're going to have south-southwesterly winds at the surface, which is indicated by this portion here. And then as you get higher, they're going to start to turn off to the right, as indicated in this area. This is probably your 850 to 700 range. And then the further up you get, the more the winds will want to turn, and they actually loop around a little bit on some of these. But yeah, that's just going to put spin. That's just going to make storms want to spin more. That's really what photographs show you. They can show you sometimes the structure that storms will take up as it shows you the updraft, and the updraft will then, of course, have a downdraft next to it. So theoretically, the storms that we will see today that are more discrete will take on the shape of the photographs displayed in front of you. The larger ones, of course, or the MCS, will not take on that shape, but it will still have the same veering with height and still be able to produce tornadoes as a result.
that is absolutely correct. And to elaborate more on what Riley was talking about right now, so let me zoom in your screen here. So, so yeah, those photographs, as we kind of gawked at them right now. So, reason being is so those red lines you see, the ones that he was mentioning that are kind of important, the ones that curve like that, those are very big loops. Those are bigger than usual, which is definitely one of the reasons why the Storm Prediction Center has put that chance for significant tornadoes, particularly in the southern half of Indiana. Even though that doesn't look like that may be the case right now, later on, especially as low level shear increases, which does happen as the day goes on, those photographs will start enlarging and start shaping themselves into loops. And so what happens there is, again, a photograph is your change of wind direction with height. That's why you have a continuous line there. And then it's also the strength of the wind. So the farther it is from the center, so if you see that each photograph has a circle and it has a dot in the center, um, so in respect to that, that line is how strong the wind is. And so if you think about it, as you rise up into the atmosphere and you are changing wind and increasing wind with height, that is where your updraft is going to be pushed. And then as your updraft starts moving, the wind the wind is it's experiencing is going to be ingested into the storm. That's called inflow. That inflow is going to power essentially the storm. The storm's like a big old machine made of water
I'll actually
and
draw,
wind.
I'll actually draw just a supercell on here, just a classic supercell to give a better representation.
Right. So as you can see, he's drawing that hook, and so that is uh, all that structure is the result of the curving nature of the photograph, and that little notch you have. So you have that hook, right? But you have that notch. That's where your inflow's going into, because as the storm moves, all that air is being shoved into the storm, And so um, it's also the turning nature which causes storms to rotate. I don't want to continue babbling on, but I think a lot of the stuff is useful in knowing what a storm is going to do at the precise moment that sorry, it's useful in knowing the environment that a storm is in and knowing what it will probably do at that instant or very close in the future. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now is we're looking at this environment and we're seeing, okay, well, large looping photographs, we have a lot of energy in the atmosphere. We definitely see the threat that the SPC was saying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at energy velocity index just to see what type of environment we're really dealing with. Which some of these, of course, are not. Well, some of them are fairly high numbers. Some of them are also a little bit lower. Right now, we're not in peak environmental favorability yet. I mean, hold on a second. You can't?
Yeah, it's only showing GR2.
It's only showing GR2. That's weird. It's showing it on my end.
Nope, never mind. I'm wrong. It was paused.
Okay. Thanks, Nick.
Think.
All right. So, as I was previously saying, uh, energy helicity index not super high as of right now. Ooh, surface to 3 kilometer is a little bit higher, I will say. But surface to 1 kilometer definitely is not quite there yet, which it probably will be later in the day. Right now, we're just not getting all of that shear, all of that low level shear that we need. You probably want, what, at least 15 knots of surface to 1 kilometer if you were going to have a decent shot at some tornadoes, especially strong tornadoes. But right now, I believe we're lacking in that. I believe we're possibly in the single digits, maybe barely touching up in the teens. So we're not going to have a super high helicity index as of right now.
Figured it out.
Oh, by the way, Rabbit, sorry to cut you off right now. Nate Snyder has begun his stream.
Which doesn't make
Nate
sense
has begun
because the live
streaming.
stream's not even up.
It's not how that works.
So I had to manually fix it to the new one, which
There we go. It is up. That is up
There
now.
is Nate.
Okay, there is Nate's live stream. He is on. Nate's live stream is in the top right. He is, let's see, where are they right now? Yeah, I'm just gonna switch. I'm gonna switch from analysis. Oh, that is a tornado warning
for southeastern Clinton County in central Indiana,
timing.
northeastern Boone County in central Indiana,
That is
northwestern Hamilton County in central Indiana, southwestern Tipton County in central Indiana.
That is just north of Indianapolis. So that is a tornado warning in effect
There it is.
for Westfield, Tipton, and Sheridan, Indiana until 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. There it is, right there. All right. So, first thing I'm going to mention, ooh, if I can move that a little bit. All right, first thing I'm going to mention is, oh, that is huge. Here's your rotation here, right in this little circle. Your greens will be moving away from the radar, or, hold on. Is that correct? Yes, your greens will be moving away from the radar. Your red, why? Why is it doing that? Okay, green's moving away, red's moving towards. Right in the middle is where your circulation's gonna. Oh, it is the opposite. I thought it was the opposite. Reds, Nick, you do it.
So reds move away from the radar, whereas greens move towards the radar. And so when you have those two colors brighter than the surrounding area and close to each other, that means you have a lot of towards and moving away happening, which is very indicative of rotation.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. I'm running on very little sleep. I'm struggling right now. Uh, okay. So, as I was saying, north of Indianapolis is where this tornado warning is. This is coming into the Kirkland, Elizabethville, and Sheridan, Indiana areas. Um, Elizabethville should be there within the. Whoa, wow, very quickly it's going to get there. All right, definitely. If you live in any of these three towns or cities, uh, take your tornado safety precautions, get into the lowest, most interior room of a building. If you do not have a basement, if you have a basement, get into that. Um, grab bicycle helmets, motorcycle helmets, whatever you have, things to shelter you from tornadic debris. If there is a tornado here, right now it is a little bit hard to tell. I don't believe it's on the ground. That is a nice ZDR arc, if I do say so myself.
Yes, we are in a very favorable environment for tornadic development.
Wow. Yeah, that's fairly nice actually. All right, looking a little bit higher up, there definitely is an upper level mesocyclone. That goes very high. Yeah, that goes up to well over 20,000 feet. So this is definitely a stronger mesocyclone of the ones that we've seen today. It goes a lot higher than the previous tornado warning. Um, hold on a second. I'm checking things. All right. So back to this. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the cell here because this thing looks like it's really trying to get its act together. You can see that hook appendage really starting to surge south. It's wanting to come around the south end of the storm. This really honestly represents the photographs that we were looking at earlier with the shape of it, how they come up and then they veer off to the right. So that just goes to show,
Yeah,
even though we're lacking a little bit of surface level shear, you can still have mesocyclones that develop and become surface based, especially because we're dealing with over 2,000 joules per kilogram of mixed layer cape, as well as very little capping. So it doesn't have much that's holding these storms back right now. It's just they need time to mature, they need time to grow, they have to develop. And this one is one of the faster ones. This one looks to have beat a lot of these other cells. This one is definitely something to watch out for. Southwest of Indianapolis, coming into Owen County and Clay County right now. I'll check that up. Actually, I'll go ahead and check that now.
there's some
So
rotation.
there is a little bit. It's not very organized as of right now yet. It's gonna try to get there, but it's not having a whale of a time as of yet.
Even near the severe warning just north of that, near Coatesville, Ammo, Clayton, and Stylesville, there
Oh.
seems to be slight rotation developing there.
Yes,
Actually, that
there.
rotation seems to have died off just a little bit, but
Yeah.
that could change definitely.
Well, yeah, I think the thing is, it's wanting to, but it's being interfered by the convection that is right behind it for one, and two, it has not had the time to mature at all yet. I mean, yes, it is severe warned, but it's not quite done growing. This storm is probably, yeah, this storm is a lot shorter than the other ones, which this one to the south looks to be over 50,000 feet in height, actually close to 52,000 feet, while this one to the north looks to be also around 51,000. So this one definitely needs more time to get there, while these two are going strong. This one's fairly organized, this one's getting there. This one probably will not take long at all, in fact. So I would
Hey,
say, hello.
hey,
All right, this is
looks like it's
Andrew.
currently, oh, my bad, sorry.
All right, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Looks like it's currently about to do a left split.
This one to the south?
The one
Oh,
north of Indianapolis, actually.
okay.
The last tornado one, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
I've noticed connection grow on the northern side, and it looks like it's starting to break off here.
I see that.
Once it completes the left split, though, it'll have a better time in producing a tornado.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Another thing that should be noted, and this is also another thing that the SPC has noted and is very visible by current surface obs, or not surface obs, but just general obs, current obs. The environments in this area, in the more southern area, where the 10% significant tornado threat is definitely more conducive for supercells in general and for rotating mesocyclones. So this is why pretty much south of Indianapolis and in the vicinity of Indianapolis, we're seeing more of a semi-discrete slash discrete nature to these thunderstorms. And so the more that these thunderstorms can be clear and the more streamwise, what we call streamwise flow there is, the more that these thunderstorms are going to be able to produce tornadoes potentially. So that's definitely something to be to look out for. This isn't to scare anybody. It's just the situation at hand, and it's just a good day to be weather aware, especially when there is a tornado watch out. Okay.
All right, so I'm looking at this cell. I believe it is actually performing its left split right now, and on radar, it really seems to be getting its act together a bit.
Looks like
Yes, it does.
I'm not sure if it's about to occlude.
It could be.
It could be trying to. I'm not sure exactly what your deviant tornado motion is. I can't pull up out of the sky.
It has a lot of hail coming from it right out in front of that. So
It does, and
it also has some inflow. It does have some
huh.
inflow coming out on the, or coming up on the south side of the cell.
Yeah, it's a very small inflow notch.
It's a very small inflow notch, yeah. But you're seeing it come in through here, in this area, and it's all streaming in through that notch.
I'm wondering if it really might actually occlude and then re-rep a new RFD and have a bigger inflow notch.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering that it's gonna do as well. Right, I'm gonna go up and tilt.
But it's really very well vertically stacked, and
Yeah.
there's a mesocyclone all the way up through the storm.
By the way, I'm looking
I will
at.
note it's pretty
sorry.
elevated right now as well.
It is fairly elevated right now, yes.
That's definitely another thing to note. Looking at VWPs, and it agrees. It is very much so in agreement with current RAP analysis in terms of hodograph map. It doesn't seem to be that hodographs are totally uh conducive for cyclic behavior in these supercells. But there may be some sort of external factor that definitely is playing into that. Whether it's, I guess, other convection or the fact that we do have a more elevated nature to these thunderstorms right now. Um, but it's definitely something to continue looking out for because these photographs are pretty streamwise. They're not perfectly streamwise, but they've got a lot of very clear spin in the atmosphere, so they definitely have a lot of room to grow.
I think this another cell that bears watching currently is the Center Point cell near Clay City and Spencer. It's the not the southern. It's south of Indianapolis. It's
Is
south of
it
the one that's going through
the one near
Indianapolis. It's the one
TIDS?
south of that. I believe so.
Clayton?
I'm on radar. Yeah, I'm on
Clayton, got it.
near. I'm on Radarscope right now, so it's kind of.
Yeah,
I
I
don't have the
gotcha.
same city names as you do. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, if you look at the velocities, you have a pretty decent. I would say there's rotation. It is elevated one and two. It is it is fairly well vertically stacked as well.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
By the way, actually no.
See,
In terms of with the storm motion, yes, we are actually in a favorable environment for cyclic supercells. My bad.
ooh, look at tilt 3 on that. Wow. Or on radar scope. I'm
Ooh.
on tilt 3.
Okay, I'm gonna shift south towards Patricksburg because
Yeah, that's
they're
so I'm watching.
okay.
Once it
I wasn't sure if you
once
were
the
watching
port.
that one.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the no, not Clayton. Yeah, it's the one south. But it's
Oh
the
yes.
it's the once it translates that to the surface, then becomes more surface based. Then you're gonna get a tornado with that.
Yes, most likely. I will
It's a
say though,
southeast mover too.
as you
It's getting
mentioned,
very good flow.
yeah, as you mentioned earlier, it does have a cell that is stacked just north of it, so it's gonna have to become dominant over that, which it looks like it may be doing because reflectivity values are lowering on that northern end.
Yeah, it's merging.
Yeah, especially with the southeast component in terms of movement that this supercell has. I very well see this thing because of the amount of streamwise vorticity it's going to take advantage of. This very well could be a tornado producing supercell if it becomes more surface based.
Yeah, I would agree there. Um, Currently, wow, Helicity and Cape are definitely rising as these storms move further east and southeast, especially. Oh, that is a baseball-sized hail report from the cell that has a tornado warning.
You're in a severe thunderstorm watch, Riley. You just got put in one.
I'm in a severe thunderstorm watch. That is great. I'm gonna check that. I'm not in it. I'm right next to it.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, you're right on the border of it. I wasn't
Yep,
sure.
I am. Anyway, let's see. This cell that has definitely occluded. It has. Yeah, that original circulation has died off, but
Yeah.
it still looks to be wanting to hold on to an extent. I feel like what's approaching Sheridan right now could try to wrap up in the next several scans. I don't think it has much of a tornado threat as of this moment, but I definitely say if you are in Sheridan, Indiana, please get in your safe spaces. You are still in a tornado warning. Uh, Take your normal tornado precautions. If you're in Elizaville or Kirkland, you should be behind the storm as of now, so you may come out of your safe spaces if you wish. You may still be dealing with some hail and heavy rain in Kirkland if this has not entirely moved out, but the tornado threat has passed you for now. Again, Sheridan, get in your safe spaces, stay in your safe spaces until this passes. You may be getting some large hail right now, in fact. I believe you, yeah, you would be. You're in the forward flank of the storm as of now. So you're probably receiving, yeah, probably at least an inch in diameter hail or close to it, if maybe a little bit larger as this circulation approaches you.
Uh, should be noted that that northern severe destructive tag. So even though this isn't a tornado warning, 80 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail, those are still damaging winds. Um,
Yes, those are.
so that's actually and that's actually the strength of some weaker tornadoes, but tornadoes are still tornadoes. So get things inside, pets, anything, loose objects. If you are in front of the storm, so if you're in like Topeka, Emma, LaGrange, uh, Albion, Rome City, Wolf Lake, those areas, you have not been hit yet. You still have some time to secure those objects or take in your pets. So it would be a very good time to do that now and prepare for a very damaging thunderstorm.
I will mention our 10 sig has been uh, desized. It's was made smaller.
They shrunk the 10 sig.
They shrunk the 10 sig.
Again?
Yeah,
Is there a
I'm
new
assuming
update?
so. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
12 minutes ago.
So
Unless
that should be
unless
good.
that's not the new update. But yeah, it looks
I
like
believe
it
it's the
shrunk from when I saw it.
I believe it's the same size as it was previously when they did shrink it.
Okay, well, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so
Okay, yeah.
So the SBC has more confidence in a particular area for having strong tornadoes, potentially violent tornadoes. So
So that includes the
definitely
Richmond.
something.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna say that's definitely. It's just something definitely noteworthy that because there's a smaller area, they have more confidence in a specific area. So
Um, hold on. Madison says she has a tornado on the ground. I'm not sure which cell she is on right now.
could be the one near
She
Center
posted
Point Spencer.
she
That's gonna
posted
go here
something. I
soon with
do
the
see a
path.
wall cloud. I do not see a tornado under it. That's a very large, low wall cloud, though. That is.
Spencer's gonna go. It's completed its cell merger. And then look at the rotation.
Is this
It's
one down here?
translating to the surface.
That is a
Yeah,
new
Tornado
warning.
warning
It
for
is for that
northwestern
cell.
Monroe County in south
good.
central Indiana,
All
south
right.
Looks like the
central
Sheridan
Morgan
cell is
County
down.
in
Wow.
central Indiana,
It's
east
completing into
central
its
Clay
Wow.
County in west central
Yeah.
Indiana,
No,
central Owen
that's
County in
some
west central
quite
Indiana.
strong rotation. That is okay. So if you're in Owen County, Indiana, or parts of northwestern Monroe County, Indiana, please take your tornado safety precautions. We have a quite strong storm. We have a quite strong mesocyclone moving through the area southeast of Patricksburg. If you are in Spencer, Stainsville, Gosport, Elliotsville, even as far as southeast as Bloomington, please get in your tornado safe spaces, lowest interior room of a house or building. Get out of mobile homes, get out of cars. If you can get to a basement, great. If you can't, an interior closet with no windows is fine, or even a hallway if that is all you have available to you. That
put as many
looks.
walls between you and the tornadic circulation outside as possible. Put as many walls in between you and outside as possible. That is the rule of thumb when it comes to sheltering and these type of things.
Yeah. I want to say one thing though. This cell looks to be side lobed.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's
is.
very side lobed. Okay, so that's going to make it a little bit harder to identify. Oh, make it a little bit harder to identify tornadic circulations or just whether or not there is a tornado there. This other cell looks to be wanting to wrap its RFD around the backside of it, coming into South Indianapolis. This is going to be heading towards Mooresville very, very soon, going just north of Monrovia and Lake Hart. If you live near Mooresville, definitely be on the lookout. You may have a tornado warning being issued for your area very soon with this cell, as
It's
well
very weak.
as
There's very weak rotation with it. I
there's
don't
very
think it's
weak
gonna drop anytime
rotation,
soon.
but it has
Uh, it
organized
has
a
a
bit.
somewhat.
It
It
has
died.
started
It
to.
ha-
Oh, did it? Immediately?
It died.
yes. Well, no.
It
Well,
might just
I
be
was
because
gonna
we're very
note.
close to the radar.
I was gonna note
There.
that in the upper, going higher up, maybe
Oh,
still
higher
kind of
up.
in the lower levels. Higher up, you still have a somewhat more stable meso going on.
You do, yes.
Not very well vertically stacked though. It needs to do a couple of recycles.
A little bit of time. If it's given a little bit of time, that's really all it needs.
But it is still sort of a concerning situation to have a supercell with this kind of potential near in the vicinity of a
Okay,
metropolitan area.
I have an image that I'm going to pull up that was sent to me. Give me a second. I'm gonna make sure. Let's see, where is Thornton? Where is Thornton, Indiana? Is that on this cell?
New tornado watch will be needed soon for us near the field session. 1,257.
Nope, that's not it. That's what I want. And I want this. There we go. I have a lot of tabs up, I'm sorry. All right. So I have an image coming in from Madison, in which she looks to be, she has a great view of a wall cloud on this Thornton cell. I will slide that over here. This is what we're looking at. That is quite the view, I must say. That is quite a nice view there. Okay, there's the new tornado watch. There it is.
New
I
tornado
am
watch.
trying to find.
There's also inflow tail within that.
Yeah, there
that
is over
image.
here. Where is Thornton? Really, I don't know this area very well. Okay, Lebanon, northeast of Indianapolis. Okay, so that is going to be on this tornado warned cell up here, I believe. I believe that's the cell that she is on. Okay, so yeah, she would be looking at this cell here. Is the one that she's looking at with that image there. So definitely a little bit scuddy. That wall cloud's pretty small still, but there's a reason it's tornado warned. The wall cloud's there. Of course, it has tornadic potential to an extent. I trust the NWS's judgment, of course, more than my own. Um, did Nate's stream go out? No.
I'll refresh it. Or did it go out?
No, it's up. It did go out briefly, I believe.
Oh no, it did end. You have a timestamp.
It's back on.
Okay.
I think. Oh, And no, it did end. It ended. That is odd. I'm gonna have to check up on that. Give me a moment.
All right.
Put the
Two tornado warnings.
Let's see, where did it like completely go out?
I think so. Yes, it did.
I think it did. Yeah, it did. Oh no. Is it just not gonna work for them? Ooh, it might just not be working for them.
Yeah, that very well may be the case. We are current situation. Multiple semi-discrete supercells to the south. Lines, damaging winds, and hail to the north. Big, severe, considerable has been issued. So if you're in Kendallville, Auburn,
Tornado warning for southwestern
Avila,
Madison County in central
Loudoun,
Indiana, northern
Ashley,
Hamilton County
Waterloo,
in central
that
Indiana,
general area,
southeastern Tipton County in central Indiana.
All right, so that is an extension
that is an extension.
into Hamilton and Madison counties in central Indiana. So, wow,
That is an extension.
wow. I think it's going to try to cycle again, is what it's going to do.
Cicero, you are under the gun.
Yeah.
Take cover now.
Cicero,
Arcadia,
Cicero, Arcadia, Atlanta, Frankton, Edgewood, and Lapel, as well as northern Noblesville, Indiana. You are in a tornado warning. Please take your safety precautions. Get into lowest, most interior room of your building. Put as many walls in between you and the tornadic circulation as possible.
Anderson, you are not in this tornado warning yet, but this is a storm, and this is a rotation that is heading right for you. So
Yeah, it is heading off in your
start
general direction.
Make preparations now.
This is going to cycle again. This storm is really it's having a whale of a time right now, to say the least. Tristan.
Tristan.
Yeah, I am here. We are on the North Tornado warning. I will throw in my camera right now. We're having some problems on Fate right now, but yeah, we have just seen a massive wall cloud to our. Oh, geez. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm gonna get out here for a second.
Well,
okay.
If someone wants to do that, here, Tristan, you want
Tristan, you can do it. What? Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna call you. I just set up.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Also, oh, $10.
It appears our chaser has found some money.
Here we go. I'm gonna measure wind speed here.
Tristan, quick question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you seen any funnel-like appendages? Because I did have Madison tell
me that
we have not
seen a funnel. However, we have seen a massive wall cloud.
Okay. I can confirm the wall cloud. I did get a picture of that from Madison already. She believed she may have seen a brief tornado earlier, but I was not able to confirm it because I had no video
I can't confirm that. What our plan is we are going to head west on this road right here, and from this point on, we'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, I assume you guys know that this storm has continued to cycle multiple times and is undergoing another one right now.
I'm reading about 3 miles in at 5. Wow.
Do you have a Kestrel? Sounds like you have a Kestrel.
That's true. Okay, that works a lot better.
All right, so are you guys going to be able to get your live stream back up, or are you going to have to stay in here possibly?
We're going to put it back up. We're going to leave now. I just want to give you a little update.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
I'll see you.
I sort of mentioned it in today's severe weather chat, and someone asked for a link.
Someone asked for the link to this?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Wow. Ooh. That looks pretty disorganized in the upper levels.
Yes, it does.
Ooh, that storm is struggling. That storm is really struggling. And actually, while it's doing that, I'm going to jump back south to the Spencer cell. What are you looking like? Okay, so again, Well, this one's kind of struggling a little bit as well. It does still have a present upper level mesocyclone. It's not super surface based at this time. You can definitely see a left flank velocity enhancement as these reds are turning more into pinks. They're closer to 40, 50 miles an hour at the peak levels. But I'm not seeing much of a real couplet that I'm not seeing a couplet that's really standing out to me right now. It looks like it's fairly broad, and again, it's pretty side-lobed, and it looks like it's about to undergo 2 cell merges. So that's likely going to diminish the tornado threat for the next several minutes. Um, but still, I would definitely advise if you are in Elliottsville, if you are in Bloomington, even as far north as Steinsville, take your tornado safety precautions. I believe if you are back in Patricksburg, you are okay to exit. Spencer, this circulation is still pretty close to you, so I would stay in your safe rooms for just a little bit longer, maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. You may be getting some hail as of now. You may be getting some hail in a few minutes still. I believe you are, in fact, going to be getting some hail in a few minutes. So actually, go ahead and wait until that hail has passed you before coming out. Same with Gasport or Gosport. And again, Steinsville, you will be getting some hail with this storm, if not the tornadic circulation turning a little bit to its north. Elliottsville
This,
probably will be
sorry.
there within the next 10 minutes, and then Bloomington within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Go ahead, Nick.
As for the northern cell, Cicero is probably getting some large hail right now. Same with Arcadia and Atlanta. The RFD seems to be choking off the inflow. However, that does not mean by any means that this is over and you can just not hide from this tornado. Still, underground or innermost part of your household, keeping as many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible. Um, but as of right now, um, storm does not seem to be doing great. But once again, as long as there's a tornado warning out, stay hiding because there's definitely still potential for uh, a tornado to form.
Yes, I'm just gonna say this Mooresville cell is it wants to try to develop, it wants to try to mature and form a, oh, that's a new
Tornado warning
Hold on.
for northern Wabash County in north central Indiana, east central Fulton
that's way up
County in
here.
north central Indiana,
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish.
southeastern Kosciuszko County in north central Indiana, north central Miami County in north central Indiana.
Okay. Never mind, that looks like it's kind of falling apart. So I'm just gonna jump north to this new tornado warning, which is on this cell here. So I'm gonna switch over to the KIWX radar. Right, what are we looking at? Right here. Yes. Alright, I see that. That right there
Oh,
is
yes.
growing upscale very quickly.
It
But
is, but it's definitely
it
the
looks
southern
like it
part.
wants to spin up, hence why they issued a tornado warning. Yeah, I would say it's this right here. Yeah, I would say it's that. So I'm gonna pull out my Epic Pen. You have your, oh, hold on, let me move this just a little bit. I don't believe this is what we're looking at here. I believe we're going to be looking more towards this portion here. So your greens moving towards the radar, your grays and reds moving away from the radar. Right in the middle is where your tornadic circulation is going to be. Oops, that's on there again. Right now, it looks like it is mostly surface-based is where it looks to be strongest, but this is a previous scan looking higher up at 0.9 and 1.3 tilts. So we do not know exactly how strong it is just above the surface. Right now we're looking at about 2,000 feet up, You can see the little hook appendage coming around the storm. You can see the inflow that will be being pulled into the storm right here. As of now, though, it's probably going to be undergoing some cell mergers with these down here, so that may interfere with it, or it could strengthen it. In some cases, it does strengthen these circulations, so you have to watch out for them. So if you are in Rowan, if you're in Laketon, North Manchester, Sarvia, or Urbana, Indiana, please take your tornado safety precautions seriously. Lowest interior room, put as many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible until the storm passes.
Looking at Cicero right now. Cicero, you have a tornadic circulation right above you, heading right over you. Doesn't seem to be a tornado on the ground, but still, this is a tornado warned storm. You need to be underground like 3 minutes ago. Edgewood, Maple, Linwood, Frankton, you're a little bit farther north, but still you are in this tornado warning. Um, Anderson, this storm is heading for you right now. You may be getting some light rain. Very soon, you're going to get some large hail, possibly some damaging winds, and of course, you have a tornadic circulation heading for you. So make preparations now. Um, Start preparing. Start putting on helmets if you have them. Put on your shoes. Um, and now's your time to start enacting any tornado plans if you have them. This rotation is not all too impressive, but it is still a rotating thunderstorm in an environment conducive for strong tornadoes. So, uh, my point here being, even though I'm saying that this rotation is not all impressive and there may not be a tornado right now, uh, still take precautions. It's very serious.
Yeah, I just received a picture from Caleb. There is one heck of a wall cloud on this cell right now. It's pretty large. In fact, it's a pretty large wall cloud, but it looks like it is definitely a bit elevated still, as the storm does try to recycle again. Is there stream back up, by the way?
I am. No.
Is not.
Are let me try to truly verify. No, their stream is not back up.
Okay, so we are just going to keep rolling with this HRRR loop in the top right. It is a little bit outdated as of now, but hey, stream died, so I'm here. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome. You know, I'm kind of wondering if this range folding is actually interfering with what we're seeing in regards to the rotation on this cell.
Yes. By the way, if you could like and share and possibly even subscribe. Bad time, I know, but we are in the business of saving lives,
Yeah,
and so
we hate we hate trying to push this out, but
yeah, it's
liking
I
and
felt tacky doing
subscribing,
it.
that stuff, we have to ask for it occasionally because it gets these live streams out on the YouTube algorithm. It gets attention out there. It brings people to here so that we can inform everyone of what's happening. If there's something coming at them, they need to know about it. If they don't have a TV or if they don't have reliable internet, they can just use their phone's hotspot and get our stream rather than hoping to hear it on some EAS broadcast or a news station.
Hopefully they've got it covered right now
Tornado
too.
warning for Monroe County in south-central Indiana, southwestern Morgan County in central Indiana, western Brown County in south-central Indiana, southeastern Owen County in west-central Indiana.
Okay, that's an extension of the previous tornado warning. So, Going to look at this. Yeah, that is undergoing a cell merge right now, so I'm not I'm not sure exactly where the circulation is in this. I believe it's right in here, very close to Ellettsville. If you are in Ellettsville, please be underground. If you are in Bloomington, northern parts of Clear Creek, if you're in Travelac, and Nashville, this is going to be coming close to you soon, but you are not in a tornado warning as of this moment. But those towns I just mentioned, please put as many walls in between you and the tornadic circulation as possible. Get in a basement if you can. Stay out of mobile homes, stay out of vehicles. Just take shelter in place if possible and if safe.
The two severe thunderstorm warnings just south of the newest storm, the storm that just spawned the newest, I guess, extension. Odin, Crane, Indian Springs, as well as Alfredsville, Glendale. Those storms are rotating. Those have actually some substantial rotation, especially in the one that's over Newberry, Elnora, Odin right now.
Yeah.
It's a good time to start thinking about tornado precautions. Uh, they are not listed as tornado possible. NWS knows more than I do, but still, I, I'm my philosophy is any storm that's rotating, um, definitely still just keep an eye on that. So we're gonna keep an eye on those two storms.
What I'm hearing, Nate's stream is back up.
Nate's
It
stream is back
is.
up.
It is. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in the top right corner here. There we go. Sweet. Thank you, Kaylee.
Thank you. Yep, there they are.
All right. Wow.
They are definitely close to some weather
Yeah,
right now.
they're definitely close to some weather. Okay. But yeah, as Nick was saying, this cell that is south of Newberry and over Crane and north of Odin, east of Elnora, definitely is a rotating cell. They do look to be a little bit stacked right now, but I believe they're going to merge into one larger cell. Will that give life to the circulation? That is unknown. Will it kill it? That's also unknown. Probably pretty similar probabilities in that regard.
Ooh, look
But
at that structure on Nate's stream.
yeah, I'm looking at that. That's pretty nice. That's actually really nice.
Clear base.
Anyway,
Which
if you're out in front of any of these cells, just please be thinking about if a tornado warning is issued, what you will be doing. Just be ready for that. Always be ready for that whenever you have a risk like this in your area. I'm gonna drift back
so
north.
Dubois,
What
Cusco,
is
French Lick,
that?
Paoli, Orleans, Mitchell, Indian Springs, Williams, Owensburg, Bedford. If you're in that general area, if those town names ring a bell because you're near them or you're in them, start thinking about tornado precautions. You may have a tornado warning here
Hey,
very
hey,
soon.
hey, hey, hey. Look at Greenwood, South Indianapolis. We have something. It's really hard to tell because of how many buildings are in there in that area next to the radar. It's really disrupting it, but if you go up two tilts, there is actually a pretty decent circulation there. And also there is a very apparent hook appendage on the backside of it. And it's very low to the ground. It's about
Yeah,
530 feet. That could be something.
Tornado warning for West
That
Central
is
Shelby
now tornado
County in
warned.
central
That now has a
Indiana,
tornado warning.
northern Johnson
So,
County in central
good.
Indiana.
if you're in Greenwood, if you're in Whiteland, New Whiteland, please take your tornado safety precautions. Put as many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible. I'm going to look at this. Okay, it is radar indicated as of right now. It is very hard to see because we are so close to the radar.
That rotation is right over a populated
It
area.
is right over a
I
populated area.
beg of you, please take shelter.
That is
Nate's stream.
concerning. We may have a tornado on the ground because, okay, I hate using this product, but this is one of those times that something is telling me to use it. Right where this deeper reflectivity is right where we have, okay, this is probability of tornado debris. All right, it's PTDS. Again, I don't use this product often at all, but when I have this much low correlation coefficient and I'm this close to a radar, this tends to be fairly reliable. And looking in the upper levels, there is some very, very high DBZ values there. So I believe there may be a tornado moving through this area as we speak. Or at least
It's
there
a good
was a
time.
tornado.
Yes. I mean, even then, I mean, if this is a storm that has a history of producing a tornado, if not very close to producing a tornado, it's safe to say that this thing can very well do it again, or it is still doing it. So New Whitland or Whiteland as well. Um, any of these little communities that I'm looking at out ahead of this rotation, please take shelter. Uh, this is probably one of the closest. This is probably as close as we can get to saying there very well could be a tornado on the ground. So this one's a little bit more serious than the other ones. So please take shelter.
That is a new tornado watch. But yeah, I'm just going to emphasize again, this storm likely did just produce a tornado, if not is still producing a tornado. It's very hard to tell because of how, wow, yeah, no, that's a decent couplet there. But we're very low to the ground here. There's going to be buildings that are interfering with the radar. So you can see the radar is all the way up here. We've got buildings all through this area that could be blocking our view. But from what I can tell, there is a much higher reflectivity value there, and it has followed it for several scans. Even, yep, there's a tornado report. There was a ongoing tornado in New Whiteland. So if you live in New Whiteland, Greenwood, please take your tornado safety precautions. There is a tornado on the ground, or there was a tornado on the ground. Nate's stream has ended again.
Confirmed tornado on the ground. And then on Nate's stream, we were looking at on Nate's stream we were looking at a very clear base with some rising scud. So very indicative of a mesocyclone. And yes, if there was a tornado, yeah, we have a reported tornado. Um, Again, even though we didn't get a warning upgrade yet, um,
Yeah, you can
yeah,
expect that
just
warning upgrade to take
still
several
on.
minutes. It's going to take them a little bit to get that in the system and
Oh
pushed
wow.
out. Have you received an update yet?
No, Crane, Odin, that
Ooh,
the lower two storms. That is a strong couplet. It is looking 5,000 feet up, but that's still pretty substantial. Let me change radars here for a
right.
second.
I will switch to that in just a moment. I'm just going to keep looking at tornado debris signature. You could see where this tornado really started over here. That is
Tornado
a new
warning
tornado
for
warning.
northern
Wow,
Martin
these warnings are
County in
rolling out.
southwestern Indiana, southeastern Greene County in southwestern
That
Indiana,
is 5 tornado warnings
northwestern
out right
Lawrence
now. Yep, it's
County
that
in
cell you
south
were just
central
talking about.
Indiana, northeastern Davies County in southwestern Indiana.
All right, so again, we have this tornado that touched down, looks to be in western Greenwood, southwestern Greenwood. It moved almost due east, but a tiny bit north. If you're in New Whiteland, this thing is heading straight towards you, especially northern New Whiteland and southeastern Greenwood. You are right in the line of fire for this tornado or tornadic circulation. Hi, Cassidy. Okay, I'm going to briefly. Okay, yeah, no, I think it has turned right, so I think it may be dropping again. I'm gonna very, very briefly touch up on the new tornado warning down here. Which radar would be best for that?
KVWX. So yeah,
KVWX. Right.
Odin, Crane, Indian Springs, Owensburg. I've been mentioning those town names for a while now. Now is the time. Get underground now. get into the lowest part of your home. Underground is best, but as we've been saying, keeping as many walls between you and the tornado as possible. Um, this is a strong
Wow.
rotation. This is a pretty strong rotation, a very stable rotation. Its environment is very good for tornadic development. Um, we very well could see a tornado uh, confirmed here with this one, if there's anybody out there. But
The
yes,
Greenwood, Indiana, New Whiteland, Indiana, Whiteland, Indiana, you have a confirmed tornado on the ground. As per
yes,
the warning now, the warning has been updated to a confirmed tornado. As you can see by the pink box down here and by the pink box here. So again, I'm going to touch up on this one just a little bit more. This storm has really gotten its act together in the last few scans. I'm going to look at upper levels.
I'm going to continue
Ooh,
monitoring
that's
the
really
southern tornado
contaminated.
warning.
That is really contaminated. Definitely is trying to become more surface-based though. The one to the south of it, I'm also going to touch up on. It is not super organized right now, but it looks to be developing a stronger surface-based mesocyclone. Excuse me, mesocyclone. But that's going to take a little bit before it can reach the strength of the one just to the north of it, heading into Owensburg and Williams, as well as Crane. If you are in Crane, please be underground. You have just a couple of minutes until this circulation is near or on top of you. Going to shift back north to this confirmed tornado. Actually, I'll get the one just south of it first, and then I'll move up. What is going on here near Monroe? That is a very disorganized meso. Yeah, it's a very disorganized circulation as of right now, but it does have somewhat of a hook appendage. I wouldn't doubt that this cell does try to produce a tornado again, but it will not in the next few minutes. It looks like it is struggling just a little bit too much. Jumping back to New Whiteland, that is a wow. Yeah, there's likely going to be a tornado ongoing coming into New Whiteland right now. This, ooh.
Time to get underground.
Yeah, if you're in New Whiteland or just Whiteland, please be underground. Please be underground. There is a tornado coming into straight into New Whiteland right now.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's going straight in.
Underground, underground bathroom, central room now.
Yep, lowest, most
Now's the
interior room
time.
of your house. Put as many walls in between you and the tornadic or the tornado in this case as possible. This is
Yeah, that
yeah.
is a tornado.
Ooh, that may have
Ooh, man,
just. It's possible it did just gust out right before it hit. It's possible. I won't confirm that yet, but it is right on top of New Whiteland right now. I'm going
that
to
is
hope it did. I'm going to hope it gusted out.
um. Other tornado warnings include Edgewood, Linwood, Frankton, Maple, um, Arcadia, Cicero. You the tornadic circulation that was warned for is kind of past you now. However, you're still in the tornado warning. As long as there's a tornado warning, do be taking your precautions just to be on the extra safe side. As for the Bloomington cell, um, it's very hard to tell what's going on there, but again,
Yeah, a lot of these are really
tornado safety
side-lobed right
precautions.
now. Wow, some of these are getting some really nice structure to them. I'm going to shift north to the cell that is that Nate, Caleb, Morgan, and Tristan should be on right now, unless they did end up dropping it, which I wouldn't blame them. It looks very disorganized as of right now. It does not look like it's going to have the best time in the near future. Honestly, they're probably going to cancel this tornado warning pretty quickly. I'm going to move north, with that being said, to the tornado warning near Laketon. Um, huh. Okay, I
We
do.
large tornado on the ground here. Rain. One of the southern tornado warnings. I think it went as a large CC ball.
Okay.
Yes.
Which radar are you looking from? KVWX?
Yes.
Gotcha.
KVWX.
WX, yes.
I knew
Oh,
that
I
was
see
gonna do
that.
something.
I do see that. Yep, that's
Well,
gonna
that's a
be a
large tornado on the
tornado.
ground.
That's
That's a
gonna
large
be.
tornado. CC is deepening.
It's
Very
about to
strong
go right over the city
rotation.
of Crane. Right over the city of Crane.
Yep.
If you are in the city of Crane, underground now, underground or in the centermost part of your home, I cannot stress this enough. There is definitely a tornado on the ground. Everything adds up. Spectrum width, CC, ZDR. There's a tornado on the ground. Get underground right now. That is a large tornado. It is a tree eater as we speak.
On
Um,
on radar scope, it says there's a town named Crane next to it. That's what
Yes,
that's what they went to.
there is a small
yes.
town named Crane. It is right in the line of fire of this tornado. Crane, you have maybe a minute or two
No,
before this thing's on top of you, if
no,
even
it's
that.
over. It's over them now. It's over them now.
All right. Yeah, if you're in Crane, please be in your safe spaces now. You need to be underground or in the centermost part of your home, particularly a basement, if applicable. Um,
Don't try to look at the tornado. Don't try to
yeah,
get outside
do
and
not
look at
try
this
to go
thing.
outside and film it. Do not try to find it. It's not worth it. You see all these cool videos online.
It
Wow,
just,
there's
I
a
mean,
tornado there. It is not. It is not a smart idea. It is not safe at all whatsoever.
it's definitely a strong tornado. It's lofting debris at least 5,000 feet up.
Yeah, it is a strong tornado. In fact, I'm going to take a slice of
Ooh,
this cell. I can't see that. There we go. Okay.
Very nice velocities on that. Wow.
All right. So we are looking at close to 7,000 feet. The debris is getting lofted to 7,000 feet by the looks of it. So there's definitely a tornado ongoing there. That is a even deeper, even higher DBZ value on that as of the latest scan. Oh, wait, that was a higher tilt. Is Nate's stream back up yet?
I don't think so.
I don't believe it is. Trying to ask them about it. I'm not sure that their cell is going to do too well.
What cell are you going to?
They are on the cell that is in Madison County. It is northeast of Indianapolis.
Oh, they need to drop south now.
Yeah, it's near Anderson.
Yeah, no, they need to drop south because
I
those
told
cells are not
I
even.
yeah,
They're going into the 10%, but they're not the 10 sig. So I think they should stay in the 10 sig. I think they need to drop south of these cells that are moving into. They need to go to the border like they said they were going to do. I don't know why they're up there. There's tornadoes on the ground down here right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. I told them I don't know that that cell is going to be the best idea, but they're confident in it. They said these are clustering, and I'm wondering why they're under that impression because some of these are actually, especially the southern ones, are going to remain
They're not
discrete by the
clustering.
looks of it.
No, yeah, there's no more cells. I mean, there's some cells flying out behind them, but
This one is going to probably get a tornado warning soon. The one that's has a severe C. It is northeast of Alfredsville. It is really starting to organize, especially after that most recent cell merge. It looks to be trying to spin up. Yeah, no, there is definitely a
Yes.
fairly strong mesocyclone there. If you are northeast of
deep CC over
Alfredsville,
Crane.
oh, hold on, let me look at
Deep
it.
CC
Yeah,
over Crane. Yeah.
Crane. There it is. There's a new tornado warning, I think. Oh, it continues. My bad.
It's not observed.
It is not observed.
I need to observe it. That is a strong tornado in progress.
Yep, that is a strong tornado in progress, as you just said. Um,
New velocity scan is a little.
New velocity scan looks
Interesting.
like it's wanting to cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to try to do. I think it is going to try to cycle. Yep. The old scan or the old circulation is beginning to turn north. So as you can see, it's tracking east southeast here to the south of Crane, and then it begins to turn a little bit to the north. And you have a new one developing shortly out in front of it, actually an even larger circulation than the previous one, which will probably end up tightening up and becoming the more dominant circulation. But right now, this storm is going to have to shed the old mesocyclone and form a new RFD. So this will take several minutes, but if you are in Williams, Indiana, you are right out in front of this. It will be moving in your direction, so please take your tornado safety precautions. If you are in Crane, I would recommend staying in your safe space for just a few more minutes because we never know what an occluding tornado is going to do. It could turn around for some reason. They do that occasionally. Or it could just be
Yes.
sitting there. We don't know. We don't know where this tornado is sitting exactly. The scan is a few minutes old. I'm going to jump
U-turns
back
do
south.
exist.
So we're looking at French Lick and West Baden Springs in Orange County. If you were in that area, you have a rotating thunderstorm that is headed your area. It's also, ooh, see, what type of hail are we looking at? We're looking at up to ping pong ball sized hail with this storm. So not only do you have what could be a tornadic circulation developing, you also have ping pong ball sized hail with this cell that is wrapping even more as of the newest scan. That's probably gonna try to push out its RFD a little bit more. There it is. There is
Tornado warning
a
for
new tornado
Shelby
warning.
County in central Indiana,
Yes.
west central Rush County in central Indiana, northeastern Johnson County in central Indiana, southeastern Marion County in central Indiana.
Right. So that is very hard to tell what is going on there. That is not easy to see at all.
That is definitely true.
It looks like it
Um,
probably lifted earlier and it's fanning out right now, but it may be trying to form a new circulation here just east of Whiteland. This would be heading off very close to Fairland. Very close to Fairland.
okay.
Okay, that may be finishing a cycle or very close to finishing a cycle.
Yes. Brain Cell is doing a meso handoff currently. There are 2 areas of rotation.
This is very contaminated right now, but I
Mesocyclone
very hard to
in
see.
the southern tornado warning, the most southern tornado warning. So if you're near Indian Springs, Williams, Owensburg, Crane, you have a new and equally as strong rotation developing.
Okay, I'm going to
New tornado warning.
another one.
Yes.
That could be an extension.
No, it's not.
No,
It's a new tornado warning. I was actually about to say something about that rotation. Very strong rotation
Tornado
near
warning for
Alfredsville.
southern Martin County in southwestern Indiana,
Alfredsville, you're in the
east
clear,
central
but
Davies
French
County in
Lick,
southwestern Indiana.
West Baden Springs. If you're in those areas, uh, you have a very strong tornadic rotation coming close to you. And these southern supercells have a lot of streamwise vorticity to deal with. So it is no surprise why we're having such strong mesocyclones develop in this area. Um, wow, I guess Riley has a slide whistle. Oh, I hope that's not a debris ball. Um, some sort of appendage just developed on the supercell, and
That very well may be a debris ball. What is in
oh,
that?
tornado reported. The Crane tornado just went to our R. So
Yes, it did, and I believe it
yeah, if
actually
you're
may have
in
finished its cycle.
Yes, Indian Springs, Williams, Owensburg, Bedford, underground now. You have a confirmed tornado potentially.
The storm south of Crane might be on the ground as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is because of
I'm leaning more
this.
towards CC. Yeah, it's on the ground. I'm leaning towards me on the ground. These are low precip cells, so
These are very low precip cells. Yeah.
when you have debris being kicked up, usually you're going to start seeing the ball, and that's when you're going to see it's on the ground.
Yep.
That's yeah, that's why right now I said, "Oh, I hope that's not a debris ball," um, because I know that from experience that these LP supercells, these low precipitation supercells, do tend to do that. So there's doesn't seem to be any towns within this warning right now, but there's a lot of towns surrounding it, like French Lick. Especially if you're in French Lick, I would start preparing for a tornado.
Definitely. Honestly, even as far south as northern uh Cuzco, if you're a little bit north and northeast of Cuzco, especially in this, oh yeah, there's housing divisions up there. Okay, northern Cuzco, you can definitely see this tornadic circulation coming very close to you, if not impacting you directly. It looks like it's going to actually possibly exit just south of the tornado warning box, if not trek more towards French Lick. So anywhere between West Baden Springs, French Lick, and Cuzco, I would say take your tornado safety precautions. Even though you are not yet in a tornado warning, one will be issued for you probably pretty momentarily, because you do look to have a tornado on the ground according to CC. And yeah, that got a lot higher there. DBZ value. Yep, there is going to be a tornado there most likely.
Yep, there is a large tornado on the ground. I can confirm that is deep CC ball. ZDR also confirms. ZDR confirmed as well.
It does confirm, yes. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, they should have been south like they said they were going to be.
Very nice ZDR storm. Probably one of the best looking storms we've seen today.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the best ones, yes. Wow. That is a beautiful ZDR arc.
Wow. Wow. So confirm that CC is, yeah, it is consistent with the tornado.
Yes, it is. And
That
this,
is a large.
wow.
Ooh, that is a large tornado on the ground. Yeah.
This PTDS product honestly is very consistent. I'm surprised with how consistent this thing has been. I'd never use it, but I might have to start using it, especially with contamination and stuff like we saw earlier with the tornado that was going through New Whiteland, which actually I'm going to shift back up there to that one really briefly, as it looked to be trying to cycle earlier, and it's coming into the Shelbyville area very soon, as well as Fairland, which those are fairly populated areas if I remember. Yeah, Shelbyville is a quite densely populated area. Um, right now though, it looks to be struggling a little bit. Ooh, that may have been something there briefly in the previous scan, but since looks to have fanned out. All right, again, if you're in Fairland, if you're in Shelbyville, if you're in Waldron, Manila, if you are in Morristown, please take your tornado safety precautions. Innermost part of your building, put as many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible. I'm going
By the
to.
way, Nate's stream is back
Is it?
since 13 minutes ago.
Thank you.
That is a large tornado on the ground.
We'll go to
French
that.
Lick, you seem to be okay.
Wow.
I don't trust that
Wow.
though.
There's no chases on this that I can see. That is a likely a strong trail ongoing.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking
It is
too. That's also a
Deep
tall.
spectrum with the ball.
Well,
it
yeah,
is a
there is.
very deep spectrum with ball. I'm gonna see if I can see anything with a volumetric scan. Into that
The
core of that
tornado to the
storm.
north of it looks to be struggling a little bit again. It's got a lot of hail. There's a lot of hail in that cell, so it's going to be quite hard to identify a tornado from hail contamination. Although it does sit to the south of it, it kind of blends in still. Because some of that hail is falling to the south, more into the inflow notch, honestly.
It's going to be hard
Wow.
in general to identify anything because of the LP nature of these storms.
That is a very large CC ball. That is very large.
Yeah, that's a wedge, possibly.
I wouldn't call it that without a photo, but
Yeah, that's true. Because it could be slinging stuff around at a distance.
yeah, easily could be doing that.
It's gonna do a mezzo handoff. It's gonna do a mezzo handoff.
Tornado warning
Yeah,
for
I can actually.
northeastern Dubois County
I
in
was
south
gonna.
central
I was
Indiana,
saw about this article.
southwestern Orange County in south
and then
central
this rotation's
Indiana.
gonna die, and then new one's gonna form, and that new RFD is forming there.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. So if you're in French Lick, if you're in West Satan Springs, if you are in Paoli, if you're in Casco, please take your tornado safety precautions. You are in or very close to a tornado warning, and you have a tornadic circulation coming at or near you. Well, yeah. Yeah, this is gonna cycle.
Losses are really very high. I will say that.
Wow. That lofted debris over 20,000 feet.
Ooh.
Did it hit any structures?
I'm not sure.
I pray to God it didn't.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Where did it
Just
start?
zoom in and take radar. Zoom in and
Where did
take
it
radar
start?
off.
There seems to
It
be
looks like there's
intermittent
some.
houses. There's some structures out there, but mostly there's trees. So I'm just hoping that maybe these houses were spared.
It looks like it could have hit a couple though. It probably hit a couple. I would say most likely it did hit a couple of buildings as it was
Yeah,
tracking
there's a
over that
couple of
area.
these houses. Yeah, there's a couple of these houses that I see that the rotation went right over. So just hope that these people
That could
were taking
still
their
be a strong tornado
precautions.
ongoing if it's not already dead. Yeah, that likely is going to try to recycle.
I agree.
The new updraft may be absorbed into the storm itself,
It
and
could be.
this updraft.
The previous tornado to the north, that's tracking very close to Williams, looks to... Oh, I don't know.
Tornado warning for southern Monroe County in south central Indiana, southwestern Brown County in south central Indiana, northeastern Lawrence County in south central Indiana, western Jackson County in south central Indiana.
What? Did Nate's stream go out again? It did. His stream keeps going out.
I'm not saying this in a manner that's selfish, but I think it would. I think at some point they might have to call us on Discord and then stream that way.
Yeah, because they're having a lot of trouble with keeping it running.
But I do understand like Nate having his own thing and giving out information via his channel.
I'm just gonna zoom out here. I'm gonna make a call to Tristan really quickly and ask him what's going on.
Okay. So lots of tornado warnings, lots of warnings in general. So I guess to kind of go from top down, we still have Or
Can I cut you off for a minute? There is a picture of the tornado that went through New Island. There's a video of it actually.
send that. Did you post? If you can send that video in like one of the other chats or like DM it
Sure.
to like Riley or something, and when he comes back, or send it to me as well. Okay, so this isn't on stream yet, but there is a when Riley gets back, we'll be able to show it. Um, or actually, Riley can make that call because I don't know. There's some there. There can be some moral and uh, legal things with showing videos, so
There's
not
no
exactly
disclaimer
sure
on
yet.
it, so I think it's fine.
Okay. Um, so yeah, we have a confirmed tornado that was just south of this gentleman's house near Greenwood and New Whiteland. That would be which warning again?
That would have been the one that went to New Island earlier.
Oh yes. Okay, that's the one near Indianapolis. Someone, I'm not going to read that report, but that was a pretty unprofessional report that someone made. I'm going to take a screenshot of that though, because that is, yeah. There's still a Tor R, meaning there's still a reported tornado. The NWS has kept it as such. Or I'm not sure. Maybe GR2's bugging out for me, but still, Shelbyville, Manila, Waldron, Fairland. Uh, please be underground in your safe rooms. Centermost part of your household. As many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible, or preferably underground. Heading south, Nashville, not Tennessee, Nashville, Indiana, Seymour, Jonesville, Azalea, Elizabethtown, you are in a severe destructive tag for baseball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. If you're in Seymour, Jonesville, Azalea, uh, please be preparing for destructive hail. Do not go outside. Hail of that size could be deadly to you or your pets. And at this point, maybe if you have time, secure things, but either way, you're more important than your property. Or I'm sorry, yes, your lives are more important than material property. Just south of
Hey, break. There is a tornado on the ground near Guthrie, south of Bloomington.
Bloomington.
North of
All
Guthrie,
right,
south of Bloomington. There is a rotation with a tornado on the ground. There is a debris signature.
all right. If oh yes.
Which radar are you looking at?
By the way, tornado on the ground. Yes, there's a CC. If you look at KIND, look south of Bloomington's. There's a Smithville, Harrodsburg, Heltonville, Kurtz, Freetown, Medora. Underground now. You have a very possible tornado on the ground. Spectrum with CC and
DPR, everything tells you that it's on the ground.
Everything adds up. This is a tornado on the ground. Get underground now. Walls, as many walls between you.
Hey Riley, I sent you a video of the New Whiteland tornado earlier.
All right,
You can show that later after we
Tornado warning south of that. A new rotation has formed, very tight and somewhat strong couplet over the town of Williams. So if you're in Williams or any surrounding communities, take tornado precautions now. French Lick. I don't know how to. There's a lot of radar inconsistency. Okay.
There.
It's very broad out there, but still some strong turbulence.
That's a lot of hail contamination on this by the looks of it. I wouldn't call that a tornado because it doesn't line up with everything else.
Yeah. Plus, it's gusting out currently,
It
so
is.
you're in a tornado warning. Still take tornado precautions, but most likely you're going to experience some strong RFD winds and some large hail.
Yep, hail up this golf ball size. Yeah, golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds are what that storm is warned for currently, as well as the tornado warning, which is still ongoing for French Lick, West Baden Springs, and Paoli. Paoli?
I think so.
Paoli. Also, update on
Luckily,
Nate's position and the stream thing. They're having connection issues, which was kind of expected for today, but they are dropping south to the cell that is east of Indianapolis. It's the one that's over Shelbyville currently. That is supposedly
Tornado
yeah,
warning for
I just heard that.
northeastern Coleman County in north central Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah, I was gonna say what's happening.
Yeah,
in
there's a tornado
Alabama.
warning. Yeah, there's a tornado in northern Alabama.
All right,
Not
well,
on the ground, but
I'm
there's
gonna
a tornado
brush
warning.
up. I'm gonna touch on that briefly.
I'll continue looking in Indiana while you do that.
Okay, let me know if there's anything ongoing.
I don't know why they warned that.
I I can understand it. Fairview.
I understand it, but
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know. It's really disorganized, but
very.
I
Looks like
suppose it's
Guthrie is still on the
possible.
ground.
I'll touch back up on that in a bit. I'm gonna go back north.
Velocities are weakening on it though, but it is still on the ground. It went right over or northern side of Guthrie.
Gosh, darn it, man! That tornado near Heltonville and Harrodsburg touched down very close to like a small
How
neighborhood.
did it? Hold on.
I don't know if it's fanning or not. Andrew or Riley, if you can confirm or deny that for me. It looks like it's
The
fanning,
Which one are
maybe.
you
one?
looking at?
The
Williams?
Willie the Harrodsburg. It's the one south of Bloomington.
Yes, that one is weakening. The velocities have weakened, and debris is it's turning the fan. Yeah, I would have to agree.
Oh well,
And
a new CC form, so maybe not really confident in my knowledge in this department. So we're gonna have to wait and see, but still possibly a tornado on the ground about to reform or has already reformed. We don't know.
it's been on the ground. It never lived out of the period. It's
It
still on the
never
ground.
lifted. Okay,
No.
still on the ground.
Okay.
It seemed to have gone over a couple houses, which that
I'm
sucks.
going to switch radars briefly and look at this one up here, but that cell south of French Lick is really I don't know exactly what it is doing. Yeah, it looks like that tornado never really lifted up there where you're talking about because there is definitely a darker CC there.
Velocities
Okay.
have
Yeah,
die with it.
velocities did die with it. But
And you still have a debris. You still have a debris signature or a debris ball,
yeah, it could
but that
be.
will likely start fanning.
Yeah.
It just takes a minute for that to translate.
Yep.
Did
Okay.
you show the
Yeah,
video
that is going to be
from?
fanning now.
You can go ahead and show the video now.
Hold on. I'm really looking at this thing south of French Lick. If one of you can also translate to it, because it. Mm,
Hold
I
on.
don't know exactly what.
I
It
know what
looks
you
a
mean.
little bit side lobed right now.
Wait, sorry, which storm?
French Lick, the southernmost tornado warning, the one that's not in Alabama.
Okay. Switching radars currently.
I'm leaning towards
Loading.
not being on the ground. DDR is not really consistent.
Yeah, I want to say so too. I don't think it's on the ground.
I think it's hail. The mean rep is RMD.
Yeah.
Spectrum width is also pretty diffuse in that area. It's there, but it's not very consistent.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah, I'm gonna
thinking
say
it's
that's
on
not.
the
I'm gonna say
ground
that's.
yet.
I'm gonna say that that's hail. That's hail. That I can probably confirm.
Hopefully, yeah.
I don't
There
see.
is a
I
lot.
looked
There
at
is a
two
lot there.
radars. I looked at two radars. And both radars didn't show any ZR correlation to a roosting issue. Yeah, it's alpha dominant. Look at that. It's gusting out.
Huh. That's a weird cell. So I'm gonna let's see that video.
Yeah, I'm about to send you another video of the tornado.
Okay.
Of the one that was in New Wyland.
Yeah. I will show
And you can go ahead and show these on stream.
Yep. Oop, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. Here we go. We have this tornado that hit Greenwood and New Whiteland earlier from Marcus Bailey. Wow.
Near this man's house.
Yeah, very close.
Oh, he's a meteorologist. Wow.
Get down. Where's Jessica?
There's also images of large hail, baseball-sized almost.
That's a pretty nice video. It's almost over. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that and move that back over here. And then you said you sent me another video? Yes, you did. Oh, three.
Yep.
3 videos. Alright, here is another one of that same tornado from a different view.
I think I'll wait a minute before I go home.
Yeah, that's a great shot of that tornado. Wow.
Some light damage associated with it. I haven't seen anything too significant so far.
Okay, and then one more. Yep, it's just another video of that tornado. It's right back under here. It's a little bit further away, but that's still a really clear shot of it. Although it looks a lot bigger in this one. That's a minute 12 seconds long. You know, I'm just gonna gawk at this for another few seconds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, wow, that's a great view of it now. As it's moved
that is
closer. All right, so we're down to only 2 tornado warnings now. Anyway, going to stop watching that. Check, make sure if Nate's stream is back up yet. It is not. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this all. Let's see. Yeah, they should not stay on that cell.
things seem to be quieting down just a tad,
Temporarily.
temporarily.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
Uh,
to KVWX and look at that Orange County cell, which they just issued a severe warning for ping pong ball sized hail. Is there a tour possible tag on it? There's not. That is such an odd cell.
It is an odd cell. I wonder if
I'm not entirely
KLVX.
sure what it's trying to do. I mean, that has gusted out by the looks of it.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. It's possible this circulation could die off and then it tries to form a new one on the backside, but I don't know how well it will be able to do that.
Needs to recycle. Needs to rapid. It needs to basically occlude and recycle.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back south to that Alabama tornado warning. See what that has done since the last time I looked at it.
Nothing. That's
And
dead. It's all hail. It's all hail now.
It's not looking too good, although that is that is something to note there. The cell to the south of it, which is about to be interfered with by the cell behind it now. Well, it wants to form a mesocyclone, but I don't know that it'll be able to because of the cells in the area.
No, there's too many. It's over convected.
Yeah, things are really starting to cluster up now, which is good. It's good, especially since these are getting closer to much more populated areas like Louisville and Cincinnati and everything in between there. But really, any one of these storms, especially this one here, since it's out in front of everything, if it can overcome its now outflow dominant trend, it could try to produce a tornado again. But right now, that tornado threat looks to be diminishing just a little bit. Get it from a different angle. It looks really suspicious from this radar. It does.
It
But
really does.
I just don't know. Because
We have a lot of.
it's not in the right places is the issue. See what it would look like. It's
Yes,
not
you're
this, but what?
um. So you know how you thought there was a little bit of there was a tornado south of Fringe Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was no tornado. I mean, I'll tell you, there was a big hailstorm that went over their area, so that's how we, that thing was hail.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Also, another picture of the tornado.
Yeah, that's
The the green wood, and it's a really good picture of the tornado, really.
probably some
Um,
ping pong balls. Oh wow, that's a great video. Max Lewis. Wow. Look at that. That's a crazy good video of that tornado.
I agree.
Yeah, props to Max on that. Wow. Yeah, this looks really suspicious, but I'm not sure of it. Oh, hold on. I think it's doing what I thought it was going to do earlier. I think it is going to try to get rid of that old circulation and form a new one. It's following the reflectivity in the back. See, the thing is with this cell, it's really elevated right now. It looks like it's really strong on here, but it's just not correlating too well. Especially this one up here, it's not correlating too well. And we're also looking over 5,000 feet up. So, this back one though, in this area here, which kind of surges down as the
Tornado warning for
an extension.
Jackson County in south central Indiana.
Okay, I'll touch upon that in a second. This one is starting to lift back into the storm. It looks like it's trying to occlude, while this one wants to swing down behind, in place of the original circulation. So, very shortly we could be seeing something that tries to become more surface-based. That's the wrong one. Trying to become more surface-based, but right now it is kind of hard to tell exactly what it's going to try to do. Up here, with this new tornado warning, I'm going to use Indianapolis radar, Jackson County. That, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. That cell, it looks like it is going to try to re-intensify a little bit, but it's not having the best time doing so.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
This one, the one that ended up going through New Whiteland earlier, actually looks to be maturing a bit more. And that is going to be the one that Nate, Morgan, Caleb, and Tristan will be on very shortly. But right now, it doesn't look like it has much of a mesocyclone at this point. I mean, it does, but it's just not a strong one. Yeah, you know, we had a really...
Tornado warning continues for northern Alabama.
Alright, I might as well jump down there for it. Just briefly. Coleman County. So. What are you looking like? Very disorganized.
Yeah.
Very
Oh yeah.
disorganized. Yep, that's not a pretty looking cluster there. Again, Holly Pond, Baileyton, you're in a tornado warning. Take your tornado safety precautions, lowest interior room of a house or building, put as many walls between you and the tornadic circulation as possible, which really, where is it? But,
yeah, it's pretty non-existent at the moment.
Yeah, things are really, slowing down. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it and then they pick back up. But
Right.
it's just right now and things aren't looking too impressive. This cell, it is. It's gonna try to cycle. The one in Orange County, Indiana, it is gonna try to cycle, but
I think I know why things are slowing down a bit right now.
Because you're getting the negative cell interactions.
That, and I think there's some capping in the area, according to RAP mesoanalysis.
Is that so? Alright, I'm just gonna say, if you're all the way back in Heltonville, you're safe. The storms have passed you. They passed you several minutes ago, actually. You can come out of your tornado safe spaces. If you're in Kurtz, this circulation is practically right on top of you, as well as Freetown. So please be in your tornado safe spaces. Brownstown, Crothersville, and Seymour, Indiana. Also, stay in your tornado safe spaces for now because this is still a tornado warned supercell. It is still moving off in your general direction. Could produce a tornado, might not.
Still a situation that must be taken note of.
Yeah.
Up north,
Yeah, what is it looking like further north? Wow, that's a line of
it's a line,
severe
kind of what
thunderstorm warnings.
yeah, models were pretty, I guess, consistent with that.
I will jump up there.
I'm getting a call from Caleb. I will be back.
Okay. All right. So, for those of you that do reside in Michigan, oh wow, that is a severe destructive. I will get to that in a moment. For those of you that do reside in Michigan, there is a large line of severe thunderstorms that are moving through the area, probably producing, let's see, 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-sized hail. I feel like a lot of these are 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yep, and up to quarter-sized hail. So these storms probably will not have winds stronger than 60 miles per, or not stronger than 70 miles per hour, because that would warrant the severe considerable tag, which you can see there's one down here and then a severe destructive down here. But these definitely can cause some straight line damaging winds, so please take anything loose, take anything lightweight, keep your animals inside. Make sure there's nothing that's going to fly away. Move your cars out from under trees if possible, so you don't have tree limbs and sticks falling on them. I am going to jump down to the severe destructive. That is in southeastern Michigan, northwestern Ohio, and that is for 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. Okay. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, that's equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane. Those are fairly strong, actually. I had something like that move through here not long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, I believe. It was not too pleasant. We lost a few trees in the area. Some people lost power around here, which is pretty normal for storms like this. So if you're in Fulton, or Fulton County, Ohio, especially the Delta area, Swanton area, Metamore area, Lyons area, Oakshade, uh, Archbold, especially Fayette and Morinal, definitely treat it like a tornado warning, essentially, because 80-mile-per-hour winds, like I said, equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane, also equivalent to an EF0 tornado. Uh, very strong winds. They will blow things around. They will possibly blow things through your windows if there's loose stuff out there in the first place. I'm going to jump back south to this one. That's south of Indianapolis. It likes to be for this tornado warn cell. It is warned for, oh, well, it's not destructive anymore. It's just 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. There's also one in Arkansas. Huh. That's neat. I'll have to jump over to that soon. But yes, this cell looks like it is starting to fall apart.
I'm back.
Welcome back. These cells are definitely struggling. There's only
Yeah, morale is not high in
in the
Nate
chase
Snyder's vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes, morale is not high right now. I can tell you that.
Well,
I would have positioned more
much further
south,
south.
but I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's what
No,
they
because I
initially,
mean,
I think it's what they wanted to do, but they thought since stuff began firing north that they decided to chase that instead, which,
yeah, for me, it was more the orientation of the boundary, knowing that the more southern supercells would be moving at a more southeasterly they'd be moving more southeasterly, so
yeah,
they'd be getting more favorable tornadic conditions.
yeah, especially in relativity to the photographs that we were looking at the beginning of this stream.
Right, and so there's less of a chance, especially there's there's less of a chance for a lot of clustering and stuff, and I think that's what happened to their supercell. It was looking really good, and then it died.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at a severe destructive in Arkansas because I did not expect that.
Arkansas, okay.
Softball-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
That's a dangerous storm.
Wow, that is a very dangerous storm. Is
Uh,
Little
just
Rock's
because it's not
radar
a tornado.
is Little Rock's radar down?
No, it's just it's being blocked by something. I don't know what it is.
I can't see anything.
Uh, I don't really trust max expected hail size, but almost 4 inches.
I
Some
can't see
areas, three point
anything
five
on this.
inches.
Yeah, I can't see anything
Just
on
look
the
at
radar.
look at Springfield, Missouri's radar.
Wow, so we're basically down Little Rock's radar.
Here, wait. It's
Oh
weird
wow.
because it is pinging. It's just like there's a big block,
It's
and it's
blocking
blocking
literally everything.
everything that it needs to be seeing right now.
These storms don't even show up on the radar. Wow.
It's like someone was
You know
trolling or
that
something.
that is See, I don't trust max expected hail size either, but it's warned for softball size hail. And
And what is it? 3.5 inches.
it's reading, well, now it's reading just less than 3, but it's probably still pretty large. So, for those of you that don't know how big a softball is, a softball sized hail is 4 inches in diameter. So, very large, will go straight through your windshield. Uh, may go through your shingles as well. You'll definitely have some roof damage after that.
Do
Um,
not go
yeah,
outside.
do
You will
not
get killed.
go outside. The softball sized hail is seriously
It's
deadly
deadly.
stuff. It is deadly stuff. Um, really anything bigger than baseballs, tennis balls is. I mean that's large. That's very large hail to begin with. Um,
These cells are now making their way towards the Ohio River. Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville. You have a supercell heading your way. It is considerable tagged right now. It is surging an RFD right now, and I think it's trying to hook itself.
I mean
So
this one
we'll
probably
see where
has the
that
best
goes.
chance of anything that's in the area right now. Wow, what is that doing? It That's the old one.
What the?
Did it just save the old circulation or did it?
Which one? The supercell I was just mentioning?
Yes, it did. That's the old mesocyclone. It's trying to bring it back.
Seymour, Brownstown, you're still under a tornado warning. Stay underground
Yeah.
or in your tornado shelters. There's rotation that's kind of trying to come back in that storm. Otherwise, you're the only people that are in a tornado warning right now. Everything else is pretty disorganized.
Yeah, that still looks pretty linear. Echo tops have been slowly decreasing over time as well. this one down here with the severe considerable is holding on. It's not done fighting yet. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look at mesoanalysis here. See what kind of... Yeah, that's not quite as favorable as it once was. In fact, it's a lot less favorable than was forecasted.
In my
It
opinion,
shows
that's
a
a
lot
good
more.
thing.
It is a good thing.
I
Yeah, there was
yeah.
forecasted to be a lot more 3 cape and vorticity in that area, but there's just not.
What's also really good about this event is there's only one round. This line's gonna go over you, and then you're done.
Yes.
There's not gonna be a chance for any severe weather past this line.
Yeah.
So you'll get hit by a storm, and chances are you're good. One or two
Oh,
storms, and you're done.
Marengo.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
that's
Okay.
yes.
Definitely take your tornado safety precautions, Marengo. That is a very strong circulation developing right on top of you. It is 2,000 feet up still, but that mesocyclone is wrapping. So Marengo, Milltown, DePaul, Indiana, please get into the centermost interior room of a house or building. Put as many walls in between you and the exterior as possible, because we may have a developing tornado with this cell here.
Ooh, it's making its right turn. This cell is making a right turn. It could tornado soon.
It very well could, yes. Yep, they...
Wait a second. Please. There might be a CC. Don't
I'm unsure. I'm trying to
I don't
find
know
that
if you
out
saw
myself. I
that.
don't think it is. I think that's part of the inflow because there was inflow there.
Oh yes, it is. Never mind, it is. It connects with the rest of the inflow notch.
Yeah, that is menacing though. That velocity couplet there.
It is.
Yeah, we will probably end up seeing a tornado warning getting pushed out for this cell. I'm surprised they dropped it in the first place, honestly. I understand it did gust out, but I kind of had a feeling it was going to try again at some point. Waiting on a new scan. Yeah, those upper levels are really good on this.
The supercell.
Yeah, look at just a couple thousand feet further up. It's got a pretty strong couplet up there.
Ooh, it does.
I'm waiting on a new scan here. By the way, what probs did that new tornado watch get?
Which new one?
60-40. There's 3 tornado watches surrounding this. They're all 60-40. Yeah, all these tornado watches received 60-40 probs. All 3 of them.
I think the SPC did a very good job today.
I think they did. They centered the 10% right where this line of storms would go through, but I think it's just a convective issue that ended up happening. I mean, there's not much else that you can do in order to forecast something like this, and that circulation looks to be dying at the surface.
And I mean, even then, we did have a couple of intense,
Yeah, we did.
strong tornadoes.
We did likely have a couple of strong tornadoes. The one that was near, let's see, where was it? New Whiteland. We had a tornado up there. We had one that was back near Crane. That one was probably strong. And then we had a couple more from the other cells throughout the area. But well, hold on. That cell coming into Orange County. We've got a new cell coming into Orange County. Yeah, that thing is gonna be trailing this first one. The one that's coming towards Louisville currently. Let's see. This one that's coming towards Louisville has a tornado possible tag, so they do recognize that there is a circulation there. Damage threat considerable for 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you live northeast or I mean not northeast, northwest or just west of Louisville, especially around or in the Harrison County, Floyd County, even parts of, let's see, what county is this? Oh, no, that's just Harrison and Floyd counties. You can be seeing some 2-inch hail. You can be seeing some strong straight line winds. So be prepared for that coming your way very soon. Who is pinging me on? Wow, that's a really nice video.
Oh,
That's a really nice video. Okay, so I will
okay.
double check this, make sure I have a second to pull that up. I think I
Where's
do.
that video sent?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Um,
Oh wait, that video was sent a long time ago. Maybe I won't.
wow. Wow, there's a video. Uh,
No, I will.
that's a
I will.
strong, strong tornado. Someone sent a video of it when it
Yeah,
was like,
this here. Wow.
yes,
I don't know
that's
which tornado that is.
that looks like it's the new white. What is it? Whitefield?
It was. It was.
Yeah, or
It was.
Whiteland. Sorry, not Field. Whiteland. Yeah, it looks like the new Whiteland tornado.
Yeah,
That's
Willation
that's a strong tornado.
posted this
That's a
video.
significant tornado.
That is. Yeah, Willation posted this video in reply to Ryan Hall. Y'all. So, um, yeah.
Alright.
Wow, that was very strong right here. Listen to it.
You can hear that roar.
Yeah, look at that rear end flow jet.
It's a dusty tornado.
It looks surprisingly like Andover.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say it's very reminiscent
Surprisingly
of
like Andover.
Andover.
He's gonna miss us.
I was thinking that, but I didn't know whether to say it or not because it's kind of taboo sometimes to compare
seen anything like
tornadoes.
that.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Now, I'm not saying it's the same intensity as Andover by any means.
oh
It's
yes,
just the way it looks almost
it's
models it.
just more dusty.
Yeah, it's like a dustier Andover. Man, tornadoes are beautiful. Terrifying, but beautiful. And destructive. Can't leave that part out. That's why it's generally smarter not to film them, but, some people will do it anyway. I guess it's alright if you're behind it. If you know you're safe, it's already past you, there's nothing behind it anymore, then I guess it's alright. I wouldn't condone it, but
I don't condone it.
anyway, Milltown,
Supercell behind the one that's heading
yeah,
right for Louisville.
yeah, I know. I was looking at
Uh,
that's increasing. That is decent, to say the least. That is decent. I'm just gonna briefly check these other ones. I don't see much. That one is an issue. Both of these could be issues. Also, the tornado warning to the north looks like it's gonna try again, possibly.
ooh,
Maybe.
yeah,
Let me
that
check that
could.
again. Let me check
Its
that again.
RFD is surging.
I hope Nate can get south to that in time. I doubt he can, but he might be able to.
Oh, where exactly are they? When I called
I will
Caleb right now,
check
he's
that.
saying
I will check that.
Cambridge. I don't know where Cambridge is though.
They're in Connorsville. Ooh,
Where is Connorsville?
that's contaminated. What is that to the north of it? What is that? Anticyclonic? No, that's not what that is. What is that? I think that's just a little contaminated thing. Maybe. Hopefully.
They need to get south.
They do need to get south. Yeah, they're not going to make that.
They're not going to make it.
There's very little chance that they make it there in time.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in that car this morning, I would have said Bloomington. We need to get to Bloomington.
I thought they would be going
I thought they were going like way
like
south, like
southwest of Cincinnati. Is where I expected them
yeah.
to station at the beginning, but they stationed in Richmond and then went northwest, which
Where's
really
Richmond? Oh,
confused me.
they went northwest.
They went northwest out of Richmond. They went over to the cell that was north of Indianapolis, and that's not at all where their target area was.
Oh.
I think what happened is they saw a tornado warning and just beelined it over.
Yeah, I think they or they probably saw conditions out there which were at the time more favorable.
Yeah, one or the other.
By the way, I said I wasn't gonna say it earlier, but I'm gonna say it right now. That was kind of a funny report. The one that says debris,
Where? Oh,
debris.
yeah.
It's south of Indianapolis.
Debris.
Dalton Turney.
Debris.
If you ever watch this, Dalton, I'm sorry, but that was kind of funny.
We can't be laughing at this.
It's okay. Nate laughs on his stream sometimes.
He does occasionally, yes. Okay, well, that is something to watch out for. Alright, Orange County. You got some funky thing going on there. I'm not sure exactly what, but something weird is going on in Orange County. And then you have this one that's going more towards Louisville, which kind of looks outflow dominant, kind of doesn't look outflow dominant because it has upper level rotation, actually very very strong upper level rotation. But it's just not translating to the ground very well. Previously it was. It almost looked like it was trying to spin up, but it failed to do so. Um, at least I believe it did. I don't see
Right.
anything that. Well, what is that? I suppose there's a small possibility there could have been something there where that weak circulation did track that I was curious about earlier or suspicious of earlier, but
Mm,
not sure. It's over now, but
yes.
wow. Honestly, really hoping this stuff dies off. Really hoping this stuff dies off.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it's going into very populated areas, and I don't, I really would like to not have anything go through any one of these cities. And we got Louisville, we got Madison, Cincinnati. You're probably fine, honestly, because everything up there has just turned into showers by the looks of it.
The highest
This down
torrent
here.
threat.
Yeah, Cincinnati, you're
High,
probably going to be fine.
Eh,
Maybe
yeah, hopefully.
because they have a
Now,
bunch of showers that are running through there. That's gonna wash the atmosphere.
now Louisville,
Louisville,
like I would say
I'm
from
not gonna
Louisville
say it
to
yet.
Independence, from Louisville to Cincinnati, actually, in between those areas. Personally, this is my opinion. It's not the word of God. This isn't the gospel because I'm not the NWS. Um, tornado warning.
It's a
Tornado warning for
It's
northeastern Jackson County in south
an
central Indiana,
extension of
southern Jennings
this.
County in southeastern
Of the
Indiana.
Seymour warning.
Yeah, the Seymour warning. It's an extension of that. That's weird.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, that area, what I was saying earlier, Louisville to Cincinnati, could
Oh,
have
oh,
a higher torque potential. What's
that's
up?
why. Look at that. There's actually a decent
Ooh,
couplet there.
it's
It's
yeah, it
side
is.
lobed, but there's a decent couplet there.
Oh, it is pretty side lobed.
It's very side lobed. Okay, well, that's going to make it very hard to tell if there's anything there. Because, oh, its echo tops are rising again. It's over 50,000 feet. And both of these are over
Yep. I mean,
50,000. Okay, so these three. It's going to be these
yeah. I
three.
mean, we're still in an environment that is conducive for tornadoes.
Yes. So these aren't looking bad. Let me make sure. Okay, so it does want me to switch radars. It wants me to go to Louisville's radar. That's the wrong one. It wants me to go to Louisville's radar. Yeah, no, it is actually strengthening. The mesocyclone is actually starting to strengthen a little bit. Gosh. Yeah, this one down here just isn't updating very quickly. But I could see something going on with this cell in the near future, as well as the one that's going to be tracking through Orange County. Something could still happen with that one. It's just right now, in the moment, not so much.
More videos coming out of the Greenwood slash Whitland tornadoes. Uh, yeah, this was a pretty strong tornado.
I, where's this video?
Um, wow, I'm seeing a lot of videos. I have to like send you these.
Ooh, yeah, that's some pretty bad damage from that tornado that ended up tracking through there. Did I? Oh, wow. Oh, that's a really good video. Wow. Yeah, that motion on that's pretty decent.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. What is that?
Dan Robinson posted a really great structure shot.
Oh, hold on.
There's definitely
Is
some
this doing
capping in
a
the area.
left split? I think it's doing a left split right before it gets into Louisville.
Oh, I hope it's overly capped right now.
It's only -11. Mixed layer capping.
Never mind. Cincinnati's Cincinnati has -36.
Well, this could be trying to do something. Certainly. Certainly. It's just that well, there's some houses in there. There are some houses in there. So, definitely if you live north of Crothersville, in between there and Seymour or Hayden, definitely be in your tornado safe spaces. This cell does look to be like it's trying to organize itself right on top of you, as far southeast as, is that Paris Crossing? Yes, Paris Crossing and Lovett.
Paris Crossing.
Be in your tornado safe spaces as well. Lowest, most interior room of a house or building. Typically, sorry, put as many walls in between you and the exterior as possible. Don't be in any mobile homes or cars if you can help it. Of course, if you're caught in a vehicle or mobile home and do not have a shelter nearby, lie in a ditch as a way to avoid being hit by debris if you're outside. Maybe not in a mobile home. Uh,
That is last resort, though.
yeah, that is absolute last resort. If there's nothing else you can do, do that. Do not stop under overpasses. Do not do that.
Don't do that.
Never do that. It was an old myth. Doesn't work. Does not work. Actually, it makes it worse. Believe it or not.
But when you're in a ditch, those tornadic winds will go above you rather than wind tunnel like it does
Bridge.
into an overpass. Yeah.
That's gusting out,
The Louisville
I think. Yeah,
storm.
Louisville.
Yes, that is gusting out. Oh, thank God.
It looked like it was going to try to do a left split, and I was getting really nervous. I'm like, if that left splits right before it gets there. But
What I would love
as if all
is
of these gusted
for
out.
if all of these just congealed into a line and everything just became a wind threat.
I'd just like if all of these did what the northern part of Indiana did, it just die. They just dissipate.
Either way, these storms don't look all too healthy right now. They are wow. The ones in western Kentucky right now just kind of look like a hail and wind threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are hailers. Those are hailers.
Yep.
That's not even in the two tour. So yeah, those are going to be hailers. So Madisonville in Kentucky, Hanson, you all should be fine. Same with Calhoun, Glenville. Y'all are in severe warnings right now, but shouldn't be anything uh scary.
Scary.
Just be careful.
Ugh. Yeah, we may not be staying on here much longer with how things are beginning to trend.
Um,
Although, Paris Crossing, Paris Crossing continues to grow in height as it's now 55,000 feet tall. which is splendid. Splendid. Yeah, that mezzo goes pretty high. Upwards of 20,000 feet. So, healthy thunderstorm. One of the only ones. In this area, that is. Of course,
Yes.
there's several
Of
others, so.
Veering later is supposed to become enhanced as the low level jet kicks in. Let me look at thermos.
We may have a break period, though. What we may end up doing is taking a break from this and then beginning a new stream later. Possibly, unless it really ramps up soon.
Capping. I mean, it says that there's capping, but I don't know how much I believe that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there might be a lot of capping later.
Tornado warning for
Extension.
northwestern Jefferson County in south central Indiana, north central Scott County in south central Indiana.
Yeah. Now we know how Nate and Morgan feel when it's slow.
Yep, we do.
It's just like.
We do know
Do,
how it
do,
feels when it's slow.
do, 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 do.
Okay, let's not get copyrighted. I don't even know that you could do that.
Hopefully that gives us 2 or 3 more subscribers.
That
I'm
would
just
be
kidding.
nice.
If you're in Bloomington and like Indianapolis and stuff like that, you're fine. You're not gonna get any more storms today. The cold front's gonna pass, and when that happens, you're done.
Yeah, the cold front
Totally
is going to be
done.
very close to Indianapolis now. So you're
Just this is all pre-funnel stuff. I
yeah.
thought it was on the cold front.
No.
So it's on like a
It was
quasi
supposed to
dry
be.
line type thing.
It was supposed to be on the cold front, I believe, but it initiated early, and I think that's possibly what messed it all up. Is it all ended up?
I don't think
Well, I mean, it didn't necessarily mess it up because it did go very, like these storms were very healthy for a bit, but
they were.
I'm gonna zoom out on this.
Ooh, yikes.
What'd you find?
Um. Yeah. So if anyone's chasing, here's a good public service announcement. Don't be stupid on the road.
Someone wreck.
No, but a certain storm chaser is trying to pass someone and it turned on lights, which is illegal. Even though a lot of storm chasers use them to act like they're emergency service of some sort, they're not. And so this guy like slammed on his brakes. However, this guy's in the passing lane and is not even is going slow, to say the least, I guess. But whatever. Oh, weather Twitter, you'll never cease to amaze me.
Yep. Yeah, that's coming into Jefferson County is definitely gonna be something.
Yes.
It Oh, its tops have gone down. Hopefully they continue to decline. Please?
Please.
Oh. Hmm. Hmm.
Are they declining or no?
I don't know.
Let me look at this. Louisville, Kentucky, you're in a considerable tag.
Has it been extended? Oh,
Yes,
never mind.
golf
There it
ball
is. There it
sized
is. Yeah.
hail.
Yeah.
Golf balls are not dangerous, but they'll hurt you a lot.
They're fairly dangerous. Remember what happened in
I know
Colorado?
from I I know from experience. They don't feel great. I've been hit in the head before. So get inside, get your pets inside. It won't be a very pleasant experience for them either. So
Also, do what you can to avoid getting some cracks on your windshield. There's not much you can do for the roof of your car getting dents because that will dent your car pretty bad, honestly. Uh, Dealt with that on my last chase. That was fun. But, um, yeah, tornado threat is kinda going down. I bet the morale in Nate's chase vehicle is very low.
yeah, yeah.
Where even are they? They probably have turned around by now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're done already or not, but
No,
the
they're
lesson.
stopped in Connorsville. They're probably just getting food.
Yeah, they're probably done. I think they're done.
I think they are.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
if
all.
they're not continuing, then they're done, which means we're probably going to be done soon. But I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
But I just want to see what happens to Louisville. Hopefully, I don't want to see tornado warning in Louisville.
I
I
yeah.
don't.
I
And
doubt
I
we
mean
will.
that from the bottom of my heart. I
I
really
doubt
do.
we'll see one, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, with Nate and all of them, they diverged too early and they went too far north. I mean, yes, there was that one New Whitland tornado, and I'm sure they were counting on that environment because that was a good environment.
That was a very good environment.
Make
Yeah.
make no mistake, but it was only like a one time thing, and after that,
Yeah, they were about. See, they were on the Cicero storm, so they were only 35 miles to the north, and yet the environment up there was completely different than the one that was down there near New Whiteland. Which actually, hold on, there's some convection popping up here.
yes,
That's what
Caleb has
happened.
confirmed that they have given up.
Great. Okay. Figured.
She says, "I think we gave up."
Well, you win some, you lose some. That's the beauty of chasing. You never know
It's all
how it's
will
gonna
seem
go.
to be.
Yep. The more things change,
It's
the
all
more they stay the
experience.
same. Yep. And it's partially luck as well. As it seems, you can pick two cells in the exact same environment, but no one cell is going to do the same thing as the other. They just won't. Yeah, that is a windbag and a half. Still golf ball size tail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for Louisville. So be
Um,
prepared for that.
Also, yeah, oh man, I mean, it it's a yeah, that RFD doesn't really look good.
I
It's
don't.
just gusty, man.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
is.
gusty.
It's very linear. There's and it's not even it's not even close to where the actual winds are. The winds are way out in front of that. Yeah, I think it might be over for these storms. This one with the tornado warning that's heading into Jefferson County still has a chance. So Paris Crossing, I wouldn't chance it. I'd still stay in your tornado safe spaces. Honestly, DuPont, this thing's really far south of you. It's going to continue to stay really far south of you. You are in a tornado warning, same with Lovett, but I personally I would say you're far enough north where you don't really have to worry about it. I mean, you'll have some hail and some heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds, but yeah, you'll definitely have some hail on the backside of this. But you're not gonna have to worry about a tornadic circulation running through there. Um, yeah, it's starting to lose its grip. Them upper levels. Echo tops are increasing again. I just don't know what this storm's gonna do.
The DuPont one?
Yeah.
I think if there was less of a cap, I mean, if what the rap is saying is true, if there was less of a cap, I think we'd be in tornado land right now. But I
No,
think
we
it's
would.
struggling because of
We
that.
would. We would be in tornado land right now, but we're not. Which is good. But
I
it's
think
also
I
just,
don't
I don't know if somehow one of these can just break through it at any point.
I don't know if this is cold pooling going on.
Could be. I mean, I'll say this, there's also not as much cape as was forecasted. There's less
Yeah,
cape, there was a lot more capping.
dude, there's a lot less Cape. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, there's,
Today was supposed to be a borderline Cape bomb.
yeah, today was supposed to be 3,000, 4,000, something in there. There's much less.
That's happening right now in like Arkansas, but they have no tornadic threat whatsoever.
Yeah,
None.
there's no veering down there. There's very little veering with Titan. Actually, I'm just gonna look at the Arkansas warnings case.
There's veering, but the motion of the storms is
So, Little Rock is
absolutely not
back.
conducive.
Okay,
Yay.
so 3-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wow. All right. So, if you are in much of central, northern, and eastern Perry County in Arkansas, as well as southern, or just, yeah, the entirety of southern and western Conway County, and then parts of southeastern Pope County, um, definitely do not be outside. Uh, just
I
don't.
wouldn't be outside.
Just don't be outside. What?
I said I wouldn't be outside.
Yeah. You
Would
do
not.
not be
Yes, I
outside.
stress that.
3-inch hail, that is some serious injuries waiting to happen. In fact, that's a report of 3-inch hail in Pope, Arkansas. There we go. So that
Amen.
has been observed. You say amen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you mentioned the Pope. By the way, camera maps exist. Here, let's look at that.
I'll let
Let's
you
see if we can
find
see
it.
the.
I'll
Let's
let
see
you
if we
find it.
can see it on
Let's see, let me go to there.
Elizabethtown. That doesn't look too impressive. None of these cameras do. Here, let's look at this. Nope, all of these cameras are from like the same like site.
Paris Crossing, you're about to get some wind and hail, if not already getting some wind and hail. You may also get a little bit of RFD winds from this circulation that is trying to hold on. It's not doing the best job, but mm, it's trying. It's trying. Louisville, still just an insane windbag going through there, and the cell behind it has completely grown upscale and has died. Okay, it hasn't. I guess it hasn't died because it still has really tall echo tops, but its tornadic threat is pretty much gone. Very low tornado threat with that cell behind it. Yeah, I don't see much chance in that. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking once. What? Why?
Yes. By the way, speaking of on that screen, we can actually see that supercell on the screen that I'm looking at. Let me actually like send you the link. It's Corydon. If you look at Corydon, um, yeah, if you look at Corydon, there's a lot of strong motion and there's a lot of wind. It's very windy. And I don't know if that's associated with the storm or if that's associated with the passing like quasi front thingy mabob.
I think there is a lot of
Where
wind.
is Corydon?
My question is which way is the wind blowing? Because the clouds are moving back
Oh,
right to front
Corydon. They
left.
just, oh man. We would have seen earlier, if I had clicked on it earlier, we would have seen the RFD go right over Corydon.
Corydon, what? I mean, not Arkansas.
Arkansas. Indiana, sorry. It's
Indiana, okay. So yeah, we
yeah.
probably are seeing winds behind it. Where is Corydon?
I don't know, but whoever put the cameras in this place did it wrong.
Well, are they all blue?
I don't know, but they're not in the right place.
Is it a bunch of blue icons?
No.
Oh, well, then that was human error.
Oh, Corydon was no. Corydon is blue. Never mind.
Is it one of the ones that doesn't have an image?
What do you mean? Like it does have an image?
Like, is it just a little blue thing
No,
and
no,
it...
no, 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 no. It does. It does have an image. It's good.
Okay.
So, oh, it was looking north. So we are looking in. What? How? Wait, that doesn't make sense. If it's looking north, why is everything moving to the left?
Blue is south.
Oh, blue is south.
Blue is south.
Okay, never mind. So then I guess that's just some flanking line action that we're looking at.
Yeah. Andrew says Kentucky may try to come back.
Andrew's gonna come back.
No, Andrew says Kentucky may try again. Kentucky may give things another shot.
I could see that. I think it all has to do with the level jet.
Hmm.
Do you hear like screaming in the background? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard a little bit.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, the guys did see a pretty
They
nice
saw a
wall cloud
funnel.
at least.
They did. And you know, well, never mind. Forgot what I was gonna say. This storm is still tornado warned. It's probably not going to be tornado warned soon, though. I mean, there's still rotation, but like it's weakening and it's becoming more outflow dominant. So that's that DuPont cell, Paris Crossing. I mean, I'd still be hiding, but like, I don't think we're going to see anything, at least within the next like 30, 45 minutes. I don't think we're going to see anything like significant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Louisville. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't extend the rest of that warning more into Louisville. But half, I
It's
would.
probably because it's starting to track a little bit further south with the wind
I
and the
guess.
hail on the back side. It. I just don't know. What is that?
Where?
Middletown.
Where's
The
Middletown?
cell that's developing
Oh,
right
New Middle.
behind the Louisville.
Oh, like New Middletown? Oh, okay, wait.
No, not Middletown. Milltown. DePaul.
Oh, Milltown.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the cell that's coming up right behind it.
Like near Chambersburg.
Uh, southeast
Fredericksburg,
of that.
Hardensburg. There's a lot of burgs.
Mill
What?
Milltown.
I don't know where Milltown is.
DePaul. Okay, you see that severe warning that comes into the severe consider.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am geographically challenged. We'll say that much. Oh, Milltown, there it is. Okay, I
There you
found
go.
it. I found
There
it.
you go.
I had to zoom in like one more. Okay.
Homie, what is
Uh,
that? What is that?
it's a bunch of cell mergers that are trying.
It is a bunch of cell mergers that are trying. Oh,
I want it to be done soon.
I do too. There's more. Hold on.
Yeah, all those cell mergers just decided to cell merge.
Yeah, as a result,
And
look at what Helicity did. It jumped to 253. And there's now 3,000 cape in that area. As it has updated, I guess. Well, we've got a new area to watch.
surrounding environment, supposedly. Well, yeah, so mesoanalysis tells a different story in terms of cap. Supposedly there's a lot more cap.
There's a lot more capping.
Yeah, a lot more capping. Like it's saying like negative 150.
Oh, wow.
Well, actually, well, no, that's further north. That's further north.
Hold on,
I'm wrong.
I gotta find this.
Saying within the range of 25 to about.
I need to educate myself on where these things are in this.
Yes, mesoanalysis.
Which category is that under? Okay, I
Thermodynamics,
thought it would be.
which is a class that I'm taking next semester.
There we go.
By the way, that pivotal weather loop that's on stream right now, yeah, that did not happen,
No, it
which is a
didn't.
good thing. I'm glad. Like that one big supercell just going
Yeah.
right through Louisville. I mean, like,
You know
I
what?
guess that's happening right now, but it's not even
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that new one on. That's accurate.
Chambers
That's
DePaul.
accurate. That's
Yeah, this
actually
thing's
accurate. Oh,
yeah, this thing's doing something though.
hold on. Look at what Kentucky does. Redevelopment.
Yeah, but that's linear.
It is.
That's why there's a 30 sig wind.
That is true.
I hope. Wait, let me see. Yes, there's a 30 wind.
What is going on
There's also a sig hail.
here? Yeah, you know what? I think Jefferson County cell might be dead. I'm pretty sure it
Jefferson County.
is. Jefferson County. It's the one that's now no longer tornado warned. I mean, it is tornado warned until it expires in
So you may still be under
3
that
minutes.
tornado warning, but you can get out because they're waiting for that to expire. It's 3 minutes, so it's not like within the next 3 minutes something
Yeah.
could happen.
Yeah. Still producing golf ball sized hail. And 60. Yeah, they didn't even carry over the Tor possible.
Oh, okay.
Well,
However,
this
this
has. Why is Arkansas doing Arkansas things?
I don't know, but there's that supercell got done merging, and now it's
Dude, that's going like straight into
supercell.
Little Rock. Yeah, Little
Oh,
Rock, you're in a
really?
severe destruct. Okay, I'm transitioning. I'm transitioning to Arkansas. Why is there a new. Hold on. No, there's not. What?
There's so many severe destructives out there.
I know.
It's like Texas last year in June.
Yeah. Okay. Little Rock. If you live in Little Rock, that is a new
Tornado
tornado
warning for
warning. I thought
New
it
Central
tornado
was.
Harrison
warning.
County in south central
I knew they
Indiana,
were gonna do it.
southwestern Floyd County in south central Indiana,
Which one
west
is
central
that?
Jefferson
It's
County
the
in central
Louisville
Kentucky.
one,
They did Louisville? Did the
or
why?
or not Louisville, the DePaul
The
one,
one behind it.
Middletown. Yes,
Ugh.
I knew they were doing that. I was mentioning. I was like, bro, that one's still doing stuff.
It kind of stopped doing stuff.
Tornado and golf ball sized hail. Crandell, Corydon, Lanesville, New Middletown, Elizabeth, Pleasure Ridge, and parts of southwestern Louisville, like Chivoli, uh, Underground, or in your innermost part of your home where you have as many walls between you and the elements as possible.
Why? What? I was just gonna look at the severe destructive.
Why?
Because I was ready for the tornado warning to be dropped. I was like, yay, no tornado warnings. Nope.
New tour.
I'm going back to Little Rock. I need to look at Little Rock because Little Rock's about to get hit by 80-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball sized hail. Yeah. Okay. Conway, Mayflower, Roland, Little Rock, Benton, Perrin, Jacksonville, all these cities and towns here. Treat it almost as if it were a tornado warning because 80-mile-an-hour winds will do similar things to a Category 1 hurricane or an EF0 tornado. Get loose stuff that's outside, bring it indoors, bring your animals indoors, stay away from windows. I guess you don't necessarily have to go to your storm shelter, but it wouldn't hurt to because 80-mile-an-hour winds can do a lot. Um, what size tail did I say? Golf ball? Okay. Yeah. Well, I would say try to keep vehicles from underneath trees, but if you don't do that, then you receive hail damage. So that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how you can protect your cars in that one. Really. Where even is that hail, by the way?
The hail.
I can't even see it. I can't see where I assume it's here. Oh, I bet it's there. Yeah, that's probably on the leading edge. Yeah, that is. Okay.
Funnel cloud
That's where
report
it's
in
okay.
Corydon.
I'm going back up.
Yeah, go back, come back
Oh, it's actually
to
trying to wrap.
bluegrass country. Yes, it is. So yeah, there's been a funnel cloud reported with this storm, meaning a tornado is very possible soon. Get underground, Corydon, Lanesville, New Middleton, any communities in the center of those. Get underground now, Lanesville, Elizabeth, Pleasure Ridge Park, Valley Station, St. Denis, Chivoli, all of this area that's like next to the Ohio River. You have a possible tornado coming your way, so please take your tornado precautions. Underground, innermost part of your house, keeping as many walls between you and the tornado as possible. Could there still be a funnel though? Looks like it's more diffuse now, the rotation. However, that does not mean the tornadic threat is gone completely.
Let's rotating funnel cloud approximately 1 mile north of my position. 1 mile north. So he was looking, or she, Blaze, looking north. So they're probably looking at this little thing here on a leading edge.
Okay. Doesn't seem like all too much will happen in terms of strong craziness right now.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
really
hoping.
wondering why they issued that tornado warning.
Well, I mean, if there was a funnel, then I mean, there's
Well,
a clear and
yeah.
present.
Yeah. But that did come in after the warning was issued. What is that?
Also, wow, the severe warning for Louisville was downgraded. So, yeah,
Hold
quarter-sized hail, 60
on.
mile per hour winds. Just
Hold
stay inside.
on.
What's up?
Louisville. Louisville.
What?
Look,
Oh,
look right over
oh,
Louisville.
oh, yeah. Chivoli,
That
underground
just that
now.
I mean it's not down, but that just popped up.
No, it's not on the ground, but I mean, still.
I'm gonna wait for another scan before I say anything.
Still, that's still a rotation.
It
I'd still
is.
be like taking tornado precautions.
Yeah, that would be wise.
Is there a tour possible tag on this? No, there's
No, there's
not.
not. Because it just spun up is the thing. It just there was basically nothing and then there was something. And the weirdest part is it's on the back
Oh,
side of it all.
new scan. What does this one say? Oh, it's stronger.
Stronger?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
Here, wait. Let me. Fuck. I just cussed. I'm sorry. Well, we said strong language, so.
We were gonna try to avoid it. That's not stronger.
Uh, no, it's. What do you mean? Yes, it is. Slightly.
No?
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Now it died. It died. You're ahead of me now. Okay, so confirm. No, because you're like, that's not strong. And I was like, yes, it is. And then I just got the newest scan, the newest scan. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Man, I'm still trying to get over you. What just happened? Yeah, sorry anyone in the chat that is, or that didn't want to hear that. Those will pop out occasionally. Very occasionally. Yeah.
50,000 people watching high and y'all. High and roll.
15,000 or 50?
50.
50?
57, actually.
Well, that's because Louisville's in a tornado warning.
Well,
of course, it's in Kentucky.
yeah, these cells are dying to the north.
I don't think the North has much of a threat anymore.
Yeah, because they're getting truly getting into a more capped environment.
Yeah. Michigan's just Michiganing. How about Little Rock? I just want to
Michiganders.
touch up on Little Rock.
Don't do that again.
What?
We know what happens when you try to look at Little Rock.
What, a tornado warning?
Stuff happens whenever you try
So
to look
I'm
at
already looking at Little Rock.
Arkansas.
I'm already there. Uh, that's really weird. I don't like that. But I don't think it's
What is that?
anything in particular? No?
It looks diffuse.
It
Very
it
diffuse.
doesn't look like anything really. It looks like something
It's
on
like,
reflectivity, but on velocities, I
look.
don't see anything there.
7 over 22. There's your delta velocity. That can even be considered one. It's gusting out. It's done. The
Good.
storm's done.
Which one? Louisville?
Yeah, the one behind Louisville.
Oh.
All these storms are dying. Wow. I think after this
Oh.
warning ends,
I swear, if this gets a tour, if that gets a tour,
I'll
because
cry.
actually I think that's this. I think that's what it is. I think it's side lobed, but it's this. Nah, it gusted. I think it's dead. 80 mph winds, golf ball sized hail. No tour possible on it, so I'm gonna hold on. What is this? Warn 4. Still 3. Okay, no. It's being downgraded from 3-inch hail to 2-inch hail and 70 mph wind gusts. So Jonesboro, you're about to get a pretty decent thunderstorm there.
Oh. Oh, I think it's trying again.
It's
The
a
Louisville cell.
hailstorm, a lot of wind as well. 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour winds. That'll put some dents in your car, but that'll also blow away any loose furniture or anything else you have outside. Definitely get your pets indoors. Keep them indoors until this passes you. Uh, I'll jump back up to Louisville just to check.
Yeah, I think it might be doing something again, slightly,
Which
sort
one? The
of.
one over Louisville or the one behind it?
Over.
Over? I don't.
Well, never mind. The delta velocity is 29 over 10.
Yeah, I don't see what it would be doing. That gust.
Well, it's because it's like jutting. I think maybe it's just that the RFD's like clearer. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think it's just the RFD's kind of
Oh, you're looking at the little thing to the south?
yeah, that's just
No, 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 no,
RFD,
no, no, no. That's yeah. RF
the remnant
RFD to
RFD.
nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was stronger 2 scans ago, and now it's really actually dying. What about the storm itself?
It's too close to the radar to really tell. In terms of height. Oh, wait. Wait.
What?
Wait. Wait. It was the RFD might actually. You may have been right.
Oh, yeah, I see. No, I wasn't right. It's something's happening now. It's hooking itself a little bit now.
It is starting to.
Stop. Just don't.
Yeah, just don't. Please, just don't.
Just go upscale
It's
and just
turning right is what it's doing. Yeah, it's turning right.
it is turning right. Let's see what's happening in Arkansas. Oh, Little Rock. Oh, Little Rock.
Yeah, Little Rock's about to get hit by some really strong winds. They dropped the tour. We no longer have a tornado warning.
Why is there a hook?
It's not actually there anymore.
No, but I mean the one in Arkansas.
Yeah, I know it's not actually there anymore.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, it got me earlier too. I don't think so.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, Little Rock still expecting 80-mile-per-hour winds and golf ball sized hail. So I would definitely. Ugh.
Watch out for
Sorry about
that.
that. Yeah, watch out for that. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, so.
Yes, there's actually 80, in some
Oh,
cases 90 miles per hour, 90-mile-per-hour winds,
well, that's looking pretty
particularly
high up. It's like about 800 feet up. That's not at the
800
ground.
feet. Yeah, but if you're near like Mayflower or Belonia,
That's contaminated.
oh yeah.
That's not
Well,
real.
I'm not looking at like the 1 pixel of like.
Yeah, I know. You're looking at the general thing, which is probably hovering around 85, 90 in that pocket, and then 75 to 85 in this pocket. But again, that's not at the surface. This is about 400 feet. So once you get
Yeah,
closer
I'm
to the
surprised.
ground, we'll know. But
Surprised like Enola and like El Paso don't have like a considerable, at least. Then
yeah,
again,
I can see that as well. I'm mildly surprised at that. Okay, I'm gonna jump back up to Louisville. Oh, that went destructive. 80-mile-per-hour winds and 2-inch hail. So everything in Arkansas is just wind bagging. It's just a bunch of wind. is what it is. And some hail. And some hail. Can't forget the hail.
This is a highly contaminated TBS. Not paying attention to that.
Thanks for letting me know. How long have we been streaming for? 3.5 hours. Wow. Doesn't feel like it, honestly. It doesn't. To me.
It doesn't.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
Yes, you are. There are no more tornado warnings, right?
Yeah, there's no more tornado warnings. Finally. As long as this doesn't actually try to do something in the next
We'll continue
scan,
to monitor.
we will continue to monitor it, but I don't think it's gonna be too successful. Cause you said there's a lot of capping here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, as of right now, not much going on, which is very good. There's a couple of diffuse supercells in the Louisville metropolitan area.
Yes, there is.
K-Paw.
In fact, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
look from the airport radar at this cell that's coming in, and it does not look impressive at all.
really
Except
doesn't.
that it is spinning a little bit in the upper levels. No, it is definitely spinning a little bit, but not very fast. Except it is surging its RFD a little bit more. So, yeah, Nick, look from TSDF.
Okay.
Look at the cell closest to us from TSDF.
So from TSDF, okay, so still have a supercell ongoing. TSDF, huh?
It is, it,
There's rotation, but it's not very strong, at least at 200 feet above.
yeah,
Let's go. If we go up in tilt,
I'm just,
it's still pretty weak.
it is weak. It's an elevated meso there, and it's
Yes.
really gonna struggle to become surface-based again like it once was, but it's just not. Is it starting to strengthen again? That's
Severe
not what I wanted to
warning.
hit.
Severe warning is was upgraded.
To considerable.
70-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We want stronger wind
There's
for
now
the reason
another
that
destructive in Arkansas. Why are they overlapping each other? I'm not gonna question it. I have questions that I'm not gonna ask. So, as long as this cell doesn't do something.
Tornado warning for
my gosh.
northwestern Lonoke County in central Arkansas, southeastern Faulkner County in central Arkansas,
where there's not
northeastern Pulaski County in central Arkansas.
I knew it. But that's Okay, wait.
I was just about to say, as long as this doesn't do anything, we might just like
I know.
not.
All
We
of a sudden,
might
from
get
your end, I
off.
just hear. "Woo!"
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Gravel Ridge, Gibson,
Ah.
Cato, um,
Where even are they
Underground.
looking at? What are they looking at?
There's a lot of convergence there.
There is. Are they just warning it because of the wind?
That would be really crappy if they did. I don't know if they do that
No,
anymore.
no. I don't. I mean, I've seen it happen before.
They
Okay,
really only do
well,
that for.
well, all right. We're gonna do this like a normal tornado warning. If you live in Caddo, Gibson, Gravel Ridge, Sylvan Hills, Sherwood, McAlmont, Jacksonville, which is a very large or fairly large area, and Cabot, please take to your tornado safe spaces. Innermost interior room of a house or building, particularly one without windows if possible. Put as many walls in between you and the tornadic circulation, I guess, as possible. Um,
Yeah, there's not even a tutor out there.
yeah, I know.
Photographs do have some curvature, so I was wondering why there wasn't at least a tutor for like maybe
There's 5
the
severe
off
destructives in
chance.
Arkansas. Do we want to stream severe destructives? Or
I don't
because
think so.
what are these gonna do later? I don't think that MCS that's gonna move through is gonna have much of a tornado threat, do you?
No, I think that's more of a mesoscale quote unquote accident more than anything.
No, I'm not talking about this.
Oh,
I'm talking about Kentucky.
oh, Kentucky.
Yeah, of course it's range folding right there. I will not understand why that got warned. Is there something like in the middle back there?
I mean, there was that hook.
What, this one?
What are you talking about?
This?
Arkansas?
Yeah. The hook is
Yes.
on like the edge of everything.
Oh, they'll do that.
That's not it. Well, it might
It's
be
really
that.
close to the
It could be
radar.
that. That could have been it.
No, I think it is it. Honestly,
I think it is that.
no, it is.
It is that little thing that's gonna go very close to Little Rock. Like Sherwood.
Yeah, and then if you look at
Yeah, so Sullivan Hills,
if you
Gravel
look at
Ridge, Sherwood,
KSRX,
McAlmont.
you'll see you'll see it on KSRX as well if we go on
Fort
because there is
Smith.
that upper level.
Fort Smith. Okay, Fort Smith. Fort Smith, Fort Smith. Ew.
Yeah, it looks
It
bad, but I mean,
is.
I guess there's enough convergence there that they're.
Ew. It is that little thing. I just got. Yeah, I think after this tornado warning expires, as long as there's not another tornado warning that comes out, we're gonna end the stream. This is in effect.
And when does it
This is
expire?
in effect for 5 more minutes. They issued a 10-minute long tornado warning.
Destructive storms. Um,
Hmm. There's so many boxes
considerable
here.
uh, considerable tag remains for Louisville. But if you're in like the actual metropolitan area of Louisville, uh, there's not a chance you'll see a tornado. You're in completely within the forward flanks of the storm. You're in the downdraft. You're just getting a lot of rain and hail right now. You're not going to see a tornado. Tornadic threat for Louisville is is very low.
No,
What
no, no.
is it? The cells
Please.
still is
Please.
it the fact that there's cells firing off behind this?
No. Okay.
Which,
I
by the
don't I
way,
don't
there are.
I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll do it. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. No, that's not gonna do it. No, I was just looking at how the I was just looking from KLVX. Okay.
KLVX.
Look near the airport radar at the last like 3 scans.
Fuck.
Don't say that.
Oh, I got scared because I looked at because I clicked on the airport radar. Never mind. What's going on? So, I mean, there is like rotation there, but like,
It's associated with the inflow, and I don't know how well that's actually gonna go
look,
over.
here's the thing: the inflow at this point is decreasing.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that's gonna do anything.
I don't either, but
It shouldn't do anything because
Little
it
Rock
looks.
happened.
Yeah, but that was hooking.
Oh,
This is just like outflow dominating. Yeah, it's gusting out. There's an outflow boundary shooting out of the storm now. It's
yeah,
over.
I
It's
do see
done.
that.
Well, Little Rock is.
Yeah, Pleasant Ridge Park is doing the exact same thing, but the outflow boundary. Is that just going? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's moving with the storm. So I'm gonna jump back. Nope. There we go. Jump back to Little Rock. Is anything happening here?
You have about 5 more seconds until the warning's gone.
There it went.
So, I take it we are finished.
I guess so. I want to give it another minute,
Okay.
just in case. Kind of just gonna run through everything and check all of it. That I don't think that'll do anything. If they warned that, I'm gonna be very confused and concerned for the National Weather Service.
in Miami.
What's this doing? Okay, that's insane winds. But that's high up. That's really high up. Yeah, that's really high up.
Yes.
Okay. So, if you're in any of these severe destructives, by any chance, you can expect at least 80-mile-per-hour winds. If you're in the severe destructive, you're probably gonna get it, or at least something close to that. Especially with this thing up here, I don't like this one. That's moving really fast. But
Those are really strong winds.
yeah, those are really strong winds, but they're pretty high up, luckily. I'm gonna jump up here to Louisville one more time. Double check everything.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be 100-mile-per-hour winds approaching Greenfield right now.
I'm gonna hold off on ending the stream for a moment.
Why? Because of that?
No. Maybe. I don't know. I think that
I see why.
I think that RFD is just goofy.
It may be doing a goofy.
It may be doing a goofy.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
The more they stay the same. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it'll do it. I really don't. I don't think it will. It looks like it's just RFD, and there's no actual circulation there to support surface-based development.
Yeah. Outflow is being shot out from the storm.
Yeah.
South.
Yeah. Yeah, I was noticing
Brandenburg,
that.
West Point, all of those places are probably getting some gusty
Gusty
winds,
winds. Yeah.
maybe.
Michigan. The entire state just has severe thunderstorm warnings.
Yeah, I have a friend in Detroit who's going to be texting me soon.
Yeah, this is probably all just straight line winds and small hail. So, if you're in any of these, you can expect 60-mile-per-hour winds. And, well, by the looks of it, penny-sized hail for a lot of these southern ones. Quarter-sized hail for that one. It's a lot of counties. Penny-sized hail. Nickel-sized hail. And penny-sized hail. So, basically anywhere in front of this line through the entirety of Michigan.
I have something funny right now as well. Hail-sized hail.
Hail-sized hail. Yeah, anywhere in front of this whole line, you can expect up to 60-mile-per-hour winds and maybe up to quarter-sized hail.
Yeah.
If it's even there. If the hail's even there. In the first place.
I've been in a lot of like severe warnings that like didn't actually do. But then again, I'm in El Paso, so.
No, because a lot of times, like they have to warn the entire storm basically.
Right, even if it's a small part of it.
Yeah, even if
That
it's a small part of it, it's still capable of producing it, and they don't know if it can ever like shift or something like that, which happens frequently. So,
yeah,
yep.
Michigan has no tornadic threat whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think these Louisville cells are gonna do it. I don't think they will. That's That's really
I
weird
think
though.
it's over.
What it's doing is really weird though. The front one, but the one behind it is catching up to it, so that could just be an outflow boundary pushing through. I'll be back in a moment.
In a moment.
Yeah, just give me like a minute.
Alrighty. So, while Riley is gone, as of right now, in any sort of tornadic thing, any sort of tornadic threat, is greatly diminished as of right now. The two main supercells are the ones that are currently impacting Louisville and any surrounding areas. That being said, if you're in Louisville, as I said earlier, you're not going to see anything. You are in the core of the storm. You are at the northern end of the storm. That is not where you are going to find a tornado. You're not going to find a tornado there. Now, further south in Valley Station, uh, Valley Station, Holly Via, Hillview, Hebron Estates, you may see some scary looking clouds. You may see some scud. You may see some rising motion. You're in the updraft portion of the storm. However, I still don't think, even in these areas, you may or may not see something. Uh, More likely than not, in my humble opinion, the tornadic threat, even down there, is very low. While there is rotation in those areas, uh, whether I just don't think that these will have the capability of producing a tornado, at least within the very, very near future. None of these warnings even have a tornado possible tag. So it's safe to say that you guys are probably in the clear. Um, yeah, we very well may end things very shortly.
Yeah, yeah. As long as, yeah, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good too. I don't see anything that looks tornadic. This stuff near Louisville has an outflow boundary pushing up behind it, so I think we are good. For anyone that tuned in today or is still here,
Thank you
thank
for
you
supporting us.
for
We
supporting
love
us.
you.
Alright.